I got my character sheet up and everything, and I finished it first because I'm
No, you fucking didn't, mate.
You finished it in an.
Mine got red last, but trust me, mine was finalised. All the background characters pretty much first. So no, fuck you.
It confused the fuck out of me.
Oh, Lawson's disappeared now. He's doing stuff.
Yay!
So we're all
We're alive! we're going to survive the first encounter because he's not. Oh, he's there back.
Doing it on purpose. Right.
How do I do a thing?
Doom, doom, doom.
Here.
Doom, 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 doom.
That's what I wanted. There
Doom,
we
doom,
go.
doom. Doom, doom, doom. Doom.
Transferring to the webcam.
Weirdo.
Oh my goodness.
Wait.
High res. We can see him and everything.
Yeah,
Look at
there's
that.
more than 18 pixels.
It's quite scary.
Oh, that's the wrong folder. There we are.
I didn't realise my nose was so big. It's the only thing that's lit on my face.
It's not big, it's just the part that's sticking out.
Part that's sticking out.
It's just past the shadow line.
So, can I ask? Can I make a question? Point of order question.
No.
Yes. Down the hole on the left.
Lawson, can you do us a massive favour?
Oh God.
And when we are supposed to do things like for the first few times anyway, when we are supposed to do things like tick boxes on our character sheets, can you remind us? Because I'm gonna fucking forget.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
tell us what to roll.
I'll explain all of that sort of stuff in these first couple of sessions as we go
Cool.
along.
Perfect, mate. Thank you.
you were saying that we're normal human types at the moment. So.
Oh yes.
Right.
And long you shall remain so.
So this is more like Shadowrun at the beginning before it goes into
No,
all
it's all the
Yeah.
same game.
that.
Yeah, it's all the same game.
It's all the
But
same
yes,
game. We're just squidgy.
How powerful are we compared to a Shadowrun starting character?
Weak
You're
as
not.
fuck.
You're not. You're on par. You're slightly better than the average human,
All right.
but you are well below a starting Shadowrun character. So if somebody comes up to you looking like you're a Shadowrunner, I wouldn't get too cocky. Let's put it that way.
Yes, sir. What do you right away, sir.
Basically, we're aspiring to that, but we haven't got the money for that.
Yeah.
Connor, come here and say hello to a bunch of reprobates.
Shh, don't swear. Don't swear.
He won't be able to hear you. Connor, Michelle, Lawson, Rob, Dave. Hello.
Hello, Connor.
My youngest.
We've met before.
We
Hello.
have.
You lot have as well. Rob's met him a couple of times, but ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only Dave he hasn't met in the flesh, so yeah.
I really like how that worked out over the summer. That we were in the area and we were looking for time to meet up, and there was all those original ideas, and then it was like, actually, the women's football, and we won. And it's such a good little memory. Yeah, we were there with Lawson and Michelle, and we were going mental.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, lovely.
That was
It was really cool because we booked a Haven,
I didn't
and it was
watch
like,
the
actually,
last
this is like 10 miles away from Lawson. Hey!
It was.
How cool. I didn't
It
realise.
was
That's
just a
amazing.
shame that there was no public transport routes from us to yours, or else I'd have we'd have got the bus or the tram or the.
You were
I'd
probably-
had a few.
Probably
White
closer
Tails.
to mine, isn't it? What haven was it?
It would have been. It was the one near the motorway,
Yeah.
opposite
Yes.
Peel Park.
That was it.
Yeah. So
Just up the road, really, from here.
yeah, funnily enough, you were closer to Dave than anyone else. But you just didn't know him at the time, so you know.
Turn up at a random house. Hello, we're going to meet in 6 months.
That would have been weird.
That would have been
You
brilliant.
don't know me yet.
But
Goodbye.
Stephen Hawking did that once. He literally held a party for time travellers and then publicised it the next day. Nobody turned up.
Well, there you go.
That's because they all think he's a cunt.
Are we ready? I am.
I am.
Let's do it. Okay. So, it's January the 2nd. You have had, well, New Year's Eve, you'd have all been working or partying respectively, probably mostly working, although I know Cass was with his family for New Year's Eve. January the 1st, I think Magpie's sister, Starling, managed to drag you all out to celebrate her birthday. So you went to a club called Underworld 93. It is slightly outside the manor, but it's still inside Redmond. But it's
North End.
I can't remember the name of the discotheque in the 70s that was in
Studio 54.
I think that was it. Yes. So although it's in a rough part of town, there's a lot of people from downtown would come and rough it to go to Underworld 93. It's a place to be seen. It's very in vogue at the moment.
It's kind of at the north
it's
border of the Barrens, isn't it?
It's to the north, but it's quite easy to get to. There's buses run up there, so you would have been able to get cheap public transport, because that's one of the things Seattle does well. Public transport, you can get on a bus, and for 1 new yen you can go almost anywhere in Seattle. The only problem is that it takes time, because they stop everywhere.
Gotcha.
So yes, Underworld 93, a multi-floor, multi-story nightclub with VIP areas at the top, a big sort of dance place in the main room on the ground floor, and then in the basement there are darker, more rocky areas that play rock, is what I'm trying to say, rather than rocky areas that play rock, industrial and heavy metal, and there's all sorts downstairs as well. So there's a bit of something for everyone who wants to go, all sorts of music and different types of dance floors. And some people find the place and settle down and just stay there, and other people flit around and go here and there. And James has left.
Bastard.
Bastard. Bastard!
And he's back. He's back in the room.
He looks confused. I say kill him.
I say bastard.
So, it's the morning of January the 2nd. You're all probably back in your houses, nursing to a greater or lesser extent.
Houses? Residents.
Yeah.
So, let me just double check. Let's have a quick look at resources, what everybody's got.
Or not.
So, Magpie, you've got resources 1. Okay, so 2, right. So, money. Let's give you some money. It is according to the rules. So, if you've got resources 1, you've got about 200 new yen in assorted cash and junk cred sticks. Resources 2, you've got about 800 new yen. I will be expecting you to make a note and keep tabs on your own expenses and money.
Right. Expenses.
However that happens. As I say, in this area in Redmond, cash or cred sticks are accepted most places. But if you go downtown, cash is normally seen as the purview of drug dealers and black market and dodgy things. Most people use cred sticks, but you can carry a cred stick around with a small amount of money on it. So split it however you want. Converting between the two will normally cost a little bit of money. If you were to go to someone like Mr. Sunshine, he'll convert cash to cred or cred to cash, but he'll take a 10% off the top. That's about the going rate. So decide what you've got on cred sticks and decide what you've got in cash.
What is it again for the money? It's
what resources are you on, Cass?
Well, where do I find resources? That's what I'm...
Backgrounds.
Backgrounds.
Lower left-hand side, lower
0.
left-hand corner.
Two.
So you have 800.
800.
And decide how much of that you've got in cash and how much you've got in cred.
Right.
200 in cred, 600 in cash.
Yeah, I was going to
Fair
say,
enough.
but how much?
Fancy.
How much are things? You know, what's the split? You know, like a pint of beer. What's that cost? Is it?
Well, it's all in the ShadowNova price list that I put up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Dave. Shut up.
Do your homework.
This is the cash we have after the night out, so don't worry about what you spent on Starling's birthday. This is what you've got left over. Lawson did say that last time around.
800 million.
So getting a basic soy burger is about 2 new yen. Getting the Beast, which is a triple burger with cheese, is 5 new yen.
Right.
Getting a drink, again, around here it'll all be synth beers. So you're probably talking a couple of new yen for that. A soy calf, which is a coffee, is 1 new yen. It's all on lifestyle page 3.
Got it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not sure if
I'm going to the ration hall.
Yeah.
I would do the
My
same sort of
breakfast.
thing.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will.
no.
What are you talking about, Michelle?
Mr. Sunshine's ration for the people that work for him.
Oh, I see. All right.
My breakfast. Not necessarily lunch and dinner, but breakfast. It's not a good breakfast, but it's breakfast.
Yeah, if you're working for Mr. Sunshine and A grade, you'll know this, and Cass, sorry, especially Cass. If you're working the door or something for Mr. Sunshine, he'll feed you as well. He has a kitchens and somebody working there that will give you food. It's not the best food in the world, but it will keep you alive and everything. So, January 2nd, I'm assuming, Bookworm, that you will be going to Ripley's as usual once you've got over your headache and everything.
Yeah, I'd absolutely straight there. I'd try and get there early, but I'm wondering what you're going to say about that. If we're going to have hangovers.
Well, it depends on how much you drank the night before.
And what time you left?
I kept myself to myself and didn't overdo it. I'll get there. I'll get to Ripley's early, i.e., before customers.
Okay, all right. That's fair enough. So you get there early-ish when Ripley's opening up. Normally, there's a crowd of, well, not a crowd, but there's a handful of street kids that turn up around the same sort of time as you, because they just want to get somewhere that's warm and safe. And when you get there, you'll notice that there's quite a few, well, a couple of kids at least, that are regulars that are not there. Now, we were talking like 12 to 14-year-olds, not people who would likely have been out of the town last night. So there's Daisy. She's a little girl. She's only about 12, 13. She lives out on the streets. Ripley lets her stay there sometimes. When he can't, then she will get there very early. And for the first time in weeks, she's not there for some reason. And there's also another kid, Mackie, is not there. He's normally there. And Leaf as well. So there's at least 3 that you can put your finger on straight away that are like, hang on, where are these kids? They're always here. So yeah, Daisy, Mackie and Leaf are not around. And as you go in, funnily enough, Ripley notices this too, and he will say, "Hey, but where have you seen Daisy? Where is she?"
Last time I was in here, mate.
Oh, okay. How about the others? Do you know where any of them could be?
Well, no, not at all. I just expect to see them turn up.
Yeah. Me too.
I like to think it to myself. I can go out and look if you want, but I'd rather stay here and wait for them.
Well, look, we'll give them half an hour or so. I'll get some food warmed up, and if they haven't turned up, then we'll have a think about trying to go and look for them.
I can certainly put the word out and see who's about that might know where they are.
Yeah, if you could. I mean, to be honest, it'd be nice to find them before food. I mean, if you know anyone who might know where they are, then obviously you can use the call terminal if you want, or go for a walk. I'll keep your food hot.
I've got a couple of people I can ask.
All right.
I'll go and check into that.
Yeah, please.
All right.
What's first on your itinerary then, A-grade? What are you going to do?
I'll be easing into the day and trying to blag a shift at Mr. Sunshine's because it's at the Rose and Crown, because it's always a good way to meet people. Keeps you in with Mr. Sunshine, and after that, Do we have mobile phones, or is it more of an in-person thing?
You personally won't have mobile phones yet, because they will. Oh, wait a minute. Let's have a look.
They require SINs.
They require SINs as a mobile phone.
Yeah.
But there will be terminals at places like Ripley's, and there'll be one at Mr. Sunshine's that'll let you use.
Okay.
And at the moment, seeing as nobody has got a SIN, everybody's off the radar, then mobile phones, unless you can buy a black market one, which you can't afford, you are going to have to rely on using public terminals.
Lawson,
right.
Just for the record, Lawson, I'm going to go to Patch and see if he's had anyone turn up.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, I'm going to plan on pulling a shift, and then I'm going to plan, if the day doesn't go to shit, to do a cruise round, my normal round of contacts, because it's the kind of thing you do. You don't want to stress people, but you want to be in touch to see if they need anything, if you can do anything. Let's say you keep them sweet.
Yep.
But if there's an emergency for a contact, they know I'm almost certainly at Ripley's or Mr. Sunshine's. If I'm not there, there's a crisis.
Right, okay.
I'm mainly there, of course, for the free food, because I've got resources too, which is an okay place, but it's not like you want to be cooking there and sitting there on your own.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, that's fair enough. Sure. You can get over to Mr. Sunshine's. That's not a problem. It's not far. It's an easy walk. Cass?
Yeah.
How are you going to start the morning?
Breakfast. Breakfast. But yeah, then I'm going to head over to the Rose and Crown, because I think I'm working tonight, but I'm not sure. I need to check with Mr. Sunshine, find out.
Yep, that's fair enough. So you'll probably get to Mr. Sunshine's around the same time as A-grade. Obviously, you recognise each other because you both spend a fair amount of time there. When you get there, Mr. Sunshine's already up and about, and he's moving people around. He seems to be a little bit disconcerted about something. Excuse me. When you go up and speak to him, he'll say, I've got some runners. Now, what he does is he normally employs some of the street kids as runners, message carriers,
Couriers.
Things like that, couriers, various things. And when you get there, he's like, where are my couriers? Where are my runners? Where are my kids? A-grade, Cass, have you seen any of the kids? Have you seen Roach or Hamster? Have you seen Lucky or any of the others?
Not seen no one, boss.
Just going straight over here, my man. Haven't seen nobody. Are you stressed?
Right, so there should be at least 4 kids around here. I need errands running, and I need to know where they are. Lucky's supposed to be on shift this morning. Roach is supposed to be on shift this morning. So's Hamster. And I haven't seen any of them. And I told Drumstick if he wanted to come and turn up as well, I might be able to find him some work, and I haven't found any of them at the moment. So, yeah, they've all gone.
Do you want us to go out and have a look for them, boss?
Yeah, can you check Ripley's? And if they're there, give them a clip around the ear and tell them to come and report to work. Put the word out, see if you can find where any of them are.
Not a bother.
Because if they're out and playing hooky or messing about, then they've got me to answer for.
Not a bother. I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you.
Come on, Cass. Let's haul ass.
Well, I'll head up to Ripley's if you want to go and try some of your mates, see if they know where they are.
Good call. I'll put the word out.
All right, mate. See you in a bit.
Similarly, Magpie, you've noticed the kitchens are empty. Normally, the kitchens have got 3 or 4 kids in here that normally try and grab a bite to eat before they start work for Mr. Sunshine. And there's you, and there is Starling, and that's it. You haven't seen any of the others. Miggs is normally here first because he likes 2 breakfasts, and he hasn't turned up either. And so Mr. Sunshine will go into the kitchens and he'll have a look around and he'll... Magpie, have you seen any of the kids this morning?
No.
Right. Okay, this is a bit worrying. I've just sent A-Grade and Kaz out to go and look for them. Can you coordinate with them? Maybe you might need to go... I've sent them off to Ripley's to see if they're there. Have you any idea where any of them else might be?
I can check my old routes if you want.
If you don't mind, yes, please. Grab yourself a coffee and keep warm. And yeah, if you can just do a quick run of routes and then come back, let me know.
I'll be about an hour.
All right, brilliant. Thanks, love.
How long does it take then to get from the Rose to Ripley's?
If you are hot-footing it there, it will probably just take you a few minutes. But if you're going to stroll, it'll probably take you, I don't know, 20 minutes, something like that on a stroll, especially if you're properly looking and searching.
Yep, which I am doing.
I will go get my courier kit on, make sure I have my token, and I'll hit the rooftops.
Okay.
And I'll do the courier routes and all the dead drops and shit that I know about. Doing a
Brilliant.
circuit
Yeah.
around the manor.
Okay. Brilliant.
I'll be putting the word out on the streets.
Yeah. So as
I
you
don't know
go
if you want
around
any kind of role, but street level kind of people that might have been.
streetwise, let
Yep.
me throw some street. Let's do a roll. Our first roll. Wow, exciting. So
I'm
streetwise, what you
terrified.
do. So A grade, what you do is you find your streetwise. You will notice that it is part of manipulation.
Yep.
And so you add your streetwise and manipulation dice together. That comes to 7 for you. Wow, that's impressive. Roll your 7 dice. They're all counted as separate. You don't add them together. Every 7 is a success. 7 or above is a success. Every 1 is a fail. How do we do?
Do 10s explode?
Not these. Mega dice count for 2, but these are your normal dice.
1 10 and, well, a total of 4 successes, one of which is a 10.
Okay, brilliant. So you start bumping into people on your way that you know, that you can talk to. What you do find is that there doesn't seem to be anybody under the age of 25 on the streets.
We would clock that. His senses, but that's not right.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
Shit.
And if you ask anybody if they've seen any of the street kids, no, not today. I'd try Ripley's. I'd try the Rose and Crown. They just.
I'm
give
from
you
the Rose and Crown, man.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you see
I
them,
don't know.
send them to the Rose and Crown, and I'll lower you.
All
keep your eyes
no
out.
worries. Yeah, we'll do.
And then I'll make a beeline to Ripley's because we've come from the Rose and Crown, and Ripley's was the next place that was suggested.
Yeah. So you and Kaz can meet up there.
Can I just say before I leave for my courier route, if he's thingy and Starling's hungover, I'm going to get Titch to keep Starling housebound.
Yeah, Starling is in absolutely no state to do anything at the moment. She is much the worse for wear. In fact, she'll only get out of bed if you force her out of bed. And assuming you haven't done that, that's where she still is at the moment.
Is it the kind of hangover where you're shoving in pints of water and pints of coffee and aspirin on the end of a broom?
Oh, she could be
Here
quanked.
you go.
She could be completely quanked, yeah.
She is. She's very quanked at the moment. And so, yes. And normally, well, yeah. not normally. She's absolutely out of it. And if you try and wake her up, she just gives you some sort of mumbled.
Well, in that case, I will just have a word with Titch, tell her where Starling is, and tell him not to let her out of the manor.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
the Rose and Crown.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And you can then start making your way through your old routes. That's fine, thank you.
I'll go into the Yak territory a bit as well. The
Okay.
safe spots,
Yep,
courier routes.
yep. Up onto the rooftops and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, so Bookworm, you're still in Ripley's when Cass and A-Grade turn up. And again, as soon as you go in Ripley's, Bookworm's here, and that's it.
Hey,
Daisy
my man.
isn't here. Leaf isn't here. None of the other kids are here. Only Bookworm.
It's looking good.
I'm going
boys.
to fist bump Bookworm with malice aforethought because I know he'll fuck it up. My man! And then convert it into a hearty slap on the shoulder to salve his feelings and make sure nobody else noticed. You're already a pit early there,
What?
man. Have you
I'm worried.
have you noticed anything about the kids?
Yeah, there's 3 not here today. They're always here.
There's 4 missing from the Rose and Crown.
Well, I was just about to head up to see my doctor, and see if he knows anything.
Good call. I'm going to start making the rounds myself. I know people. It's what I do.
Yeah, sure. I can put a message out to this private investigator that I know, but he's a bit of a dick and doesn't talk to me that much.
No, anybody who help. It's got Mr. Sunshine worried.
Really?
You don't want to see a Mr. Sunshine when he's pissed off and worried.
Oh man.
So yeah, I've got a doc. I've got a couple of people I can go and see.
Yeah. I mean, I'm worried too. I don't really want to venture out too much if I can avoid it, but you know.
You want to stay with one of us?
Well,
You got big Cass there.
I don't mind. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind some company.
Yeah, come with me.
You're
boy.
more than welcome to come with me, but I know I'm not as intimidating as him. He said, pointing up at Cass.
Putting it up, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
that'd
you, I'm always 6
that'd be-
foot.
That'd be cool. Just out of interest, I don't know, because we've not spoken about it, ages of characters that I know.
Yeah, that's a point.
sorry,
And,
mate.
and the sorry, go on.
Mid-20s, 24.
All right,
24.
gotcha. James?
I think I said, but I'm going to
21,
say
you
now.
said.
21, yeah.
Did you 21? Also, you said you were 6'2", which makes you the tallest.
Yeah.
You're taller than Cass.
I'm
Cass is
always
only
6
6
foot.
foot.
Okay.
Him down here.
Sorry.
He's tall and skinny.
Yeah.
I'm
Both
only
of you are.
15. I'm only 15 years old, and obviously 15 years old, like a young, super skinny child.
Well, Cass is much bigger and bulkier for sure.
Yeah.
He's the toughest looking one.
Yeah, if you want to
No.
come with me, not a
Right,
problem.
thank you.
Wee man.
I just wanted to know the score about where we were physically and age-wise.
We'll go and see this deck.
Listen, I'm not being paranoid, but I am being paranoid. Meet up back here in what? Hour and a half? Call it 90 minutes? Let's keep
very-
in touch.
At the most, we were maybe 20 minutes there and back.
Hey boy,
Okay, I'll go and see a couple of people. We'll meet back here in half an hour.
we'll go and
Yeah,
see.
that's-
We'll go and
that's-
see the
that's
deck.
great.
I want to go see this dick fella. Go and have a chat with him.
All right.
Go, lead the way, man.
Who is it, if you don't mind me asking, who's your doctor contact? Who is it?
Remind myself of his name. His name is. Do you remember his name, Lawes? I've
Patch.
forgotten. That's it, Patch.
Is he a dog?
Is he a dog? No, it's not. I mean, I don't know what you. I've never seen a dog, so I'm not sure. No. He just patches
have,
you up.
just not
No,
alive.
he just patches you up. You know what I mean?
I do,
I like
but
dogs.
it's you can never have too many people that you know. I got a
Yeah,
geezer,
yeah.
big troll geezer, does a lot of good work called Bones.
I'm terrified already. I don't really want to meet the guy, but you know, hey,
He does great work, or so I've been told.
yeah, that's fine.
But no, go and meet your people. Meet back
Yeah.
here, half an hour.
That's
Sweet.
right. Okay.
You said
I have
90 minutes 5 minutes ago.
Shh.
Ripley says, if you can find any of the kids, I'll have some hot coffee waiting for you when you get back.
Cheers, Ripley. Hopefully, I'll be back very quickly with good news.
All right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right,
So, A grade, you're off on your own, and Bookworm and Cass are going off as well.
We're going
So-
off to look for a dick. Apparently.
So, all right then.
you wanna go?
Cass and Bookworm, let's do you first. Whereabouts are you going?
To Patch first, if that's all right.
Yeah, you're going to go and see Patch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to see
that's
if there's
fine.
any injured turned up.
Okay.
But also check in, you know?
Yeah. So you make your way over to where Patch is stationed. At this time in the morning, it's quiet for him. If it's been a busy night, he might even be asleep at this time. But you go up and his door's open. He has a person that normally works his desk, who does sort of triage and helps book people in. And she's sat at the desk, and she's like, "Oh, hello, Bookworm. You're lucky. He's still up. He hasn't gone to bed yet."
Really? What's happened?
Oh, nothing. He stayed up all night expecting work, and it's been very, very quiet. So,
Oh, really? So no one's been in?
No, nobody.
Oh, we're looking for some people that have just gone missing.
Who?
Some of the street kids that I know. You know, Daisy. Do you know Mackie and Leaf didn't turn up either at Ripley's this morning.
Oh, well, they haven't been round here. As I say, it's been incredibly quiet.
I wondered if they might have been involved in a fight or something, or something else happened to them, and they came to get help.
Nobody's been here.
They know you through me, so they'd come here straight away first if there was a problem.
Yeah. I can get Patch to ring around if you want.
Yeah, can I have a quick word with Patch anyway?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, she'll just indicate the door. You know where
Yeah.
you're going, so
Yeah.
she'll just indicate. And yeah, Patch seems to be packing up. He's looking like he's getting ready to shut up shop. So he's just packing away some of his instruments, medical instruments and stuff,
Yeah.
and washing up. And yeah, he's like, "Hey, Bookworm."
Hey, it's all clear in here.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
very
Thanks.
clear.
Oh, good. Thanks. That's helpful. You haven't got
Are
any
you
gear
all
for me,
right?
have
Is
you?
there anything wrong with you?
Yeah, just need some gear, you know.
Yeah, sure. Okay. He opens the drawer. He pulls something out, and and then he passes it surreptitiously to Bookworm. You can't see exactly what he's passed him. Might be a small pill bottle or something like that, but you can't see the contents of it at all. But he
Can I
hands
s-
something over to Bookworm.
I can sort you out now if you need it. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much?
The usual 25.
Brilliant. You're a star. Thank you, man.
That's all right. I'll keep you going for a few days.
Yeah, that's great. Cheers, dude.
All right, no worries.
I'll do it in cash.
Yeah, as I say, it's no, that's better as cash for him for this. But yeah, nobody here, I'm afraid. Nothing for quite some time, I'm afraid.
You wouldn't have any
Okay.
ideas where they've been. Was there anything else on yesterday that they all went to?
Not that I know of. I mean, as I said, I normally stay here and people come to me.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear about anything that was going on or going down. So yeah,
That's okay.
there's, and of course I've not had any gang members in or Shadowrunners in or anything that would be fallout from something serious going down. Just haven't seen anything, I'm afraid.
That's crazy. I mean, it was a busy night out last night. Lots of people were out.
Yeah, night before New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was busy, and I've got a few beds full. But funnily enough, nobody turned up last night.
That's weird.
It is.
Oh. Okay, I've got a couple of other people. Well, at least one other I can ask. I'm going to go and see who knows what. But I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, no worries.
By the
anytime, mate.
way, this is Cass. If you've not met before.
How you doing,
Cass,
Nick?
oh,
How you doing, man?
Patch. Yeah, I'm doing
Nice to
all
meet
right,
you.
mate.
Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
nice to meet you. I'm guessing you're looking after Bookworm today, making sure he doesn't get up to any no good.
Of course. No, he's
When,
a handful,
when have I
this
ever
boy.
got up to no good?
He's a
Apart from
handful.
the last time.
Yeah, you just leave me in a quiet corner. You know I'm fine.
Come on then, Bookworm. Let's get out of here.
Aye, I've got one other place we can try. Well, I'll have to call him, I think.
Okay, let's go find the
Alright.
phone box then.
Aye.
Okay. Oh, if you want to use the terminal here, you can do before you go.
Can I? That'd be grand.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you so much. All right,
It's all right,
in that
mate.
case, I'll ping a message to Pirate.
I really should have stayed with you, Bookworm, so I could have picked up on all your contacts and got an introduction.
You get nothing.
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 Nada. Nada.
Maybe some chocolate.
No. No
No,
chocolate.
no chocolate. No. Okay.
Cat shit kebab.
That's quite an upgrade from the previous one.
But dog shit kebab.
No, flaming
Okay.
kebab in face.
You're making a phone call.
Yeah.
It rings a few times. Make me a streetwise roll, please.
No, pretty much. That is a one of them.
Manipulation.
Yeah,
Manipulation
I'm just scrolling.
streetwise.
So I can read the thing. It's a 3. It's just a 3 and a thing, and go over to this window here and do. Click.
Da, 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 da.
Why? Okay, Michael. Don't start that shit. Right, there we go.
Too late.
Okay, 3 thing. Go. No passes.
Okay.
Nothing of 7 or over.
No passes. I had 4, 5, 6.
The phone rings, and the phone rings.
Ah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The phone rings.
Hey! Okay,
Shall we
That's a
just
dead
head
end.
out there then? Shall we just go?
it's a fair way out.
Oh,
But
fuck
yeah.
it. Fuck it. Just keep an eye out for kids on the way.
All right. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, we probably should check some of the streets physically and walk some of the areas. I know where they are.
Lead the
I'll
way,
do
man,
it.
man. Lead the way.
Yeah. Well, I know roughly where these guys crashed for the night, so I can go and check those places.
Right. So me and Book, you're off to do that then.
Yeah. Don't forget the others. Damn it! Dice from hell.
What is it you're using to roll? Is that
I'm
something?
using dice B.
Dice?
The overlay.
Oh,
Right.
right. Yeah.
Well, A grade. We'll jump to you now.
Hello.
So, hello. I
It's
know what
Michelle
you're doing and where
Spotlight.
you're going.
I have a
Um,
feeling I know what's happened to me.
Yeah, you probably do actually, but you know. Okay, A grade.
Yes.
Where are you going to head to? Where are you trying? Are you actually going to any particular contacts, or are you just going to keep wandering around and trying to find out what's going on from the general streets?
Well, I was thinking that the description I gave to Fashionista means he's too far away to physically get there in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
So I'm
not
going to head to my
moving.
office, which
Right.
is a particular terminal. It's a public terminal, but it's
Yeah.
one that I've scoped out and I know the eye lines and it's my office until I get
Always
something
there
better.
between the hours of.
So I shall. Yes. And I'll bribe a street kid to take fucking calls for me.
That's fair
I'm going to
enough.
call Fashionista first.
All right. So, Beanie, you normally have a kid called Beanie who normally hangs around where your office is, and he will take calls and He will write down any calls that you take. You only have to pay him a couple of new yen every so often, or bring him treats or stuff like that. And so, yeah, you can make your way over to your public terminal where you normally hang around. And the first thing you notice when you get there is Beanie's not there.
Oh shit! He death not Beanie as well.
However, his pad and his pencil, which he always has on him, are laid on the floor next to the terminal.
Ah, is anything written on it?
No, there's nothing on there. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. Note passing already. My apologies. But yes, Beanie's not there. Beanie's not there, but his pen and pad are.
I shall write a note to Beanie saying, "Don't worry, kid. I've got your pad and your paper. They're with me. I'll likely be at the Rose and Crown. Check in there with me when you get this, and tear off the top sheet and leave it in the usual place."
Dropbox.
Okay. Yeah, in your little Dropbox. Okay.
Yes.
So you're making any calls?
There he knows
from
where
your
to look.
office? Yeah.
Yes, Fashionista first. He's the most likely to be plugged into weird shit like this, so the people have got kind of specific areas of stuff. But I might be dropping a call on Neon and Windtalker later. But I'll start with Fashionista.
All right. Okay, you can ring Fashionista up and he'll answer. He'll recognise the number that you're calling in from. So as soon as he picks up, it'll be like, "Hey, Grade. Hello?
My man, you're looking sharp today, but you always do. Checking in with you."
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Oh, I remember last time, man. I still remember that night. Just wanted to check in with you. Yeah, you seem to be ear to the ground kind of guy. Have you heard anything about a bunch of street kids going missing? As far as we know, around the Rose and Crown and Ripley's, but everywhere we look, street kids are missing. Even Beanie, receptionist Beanie.
Oh.
You spoke to him
Oh yeah,
that one time.
I know him, little love. Yeah. No,
He's
I haven't
saving
heard
up
anything
for a
myself at the
makeover.
moment.
I told him what you're like. All right. Put one down in the small favour ledger if you keep your ear open.
Yeah, I will do. I will have a look around, and I will have an ask around. I mean, I'm looking out the window now as we speak, and there's plenty of kids around where I am.
All right.
Then
It's
again,
not got to the central areas.
No, it's not hit here. It all looks fairly normal around here, and there's a couple of little scuzzlebutts around here. So, yeah, no, can't see anything here, I'm afraid. But I'll put the word out.
All right.
I'll put the word out, and I'll get back to you. So if you haven't got your secretary, how do I get in touch with you? Shall I call the Rose and Crown, leave a message there?
Call the Rose and Crown, leave a message there. Backup plan number 1.
Okay.
But yeah,
no worries.
I'll owe you one, man, and I'll catch you later.
Yeah, all right. No worries, honey. See you later.
Yeah, have a good one. God, that guy looks good every time. I'll say before the call finishes, you can hear me muttering.
Sotto voce.
That good. First thing in the morning, that good. Anyway.
Get a room.
Look, when it comes to contacts, A grade is a bit pan. So if I have time, before the spotlight shifts, I'll put a word in with Neon, my Decker.
Okay. All right.
Now, this time the flattery is genuine because A grade has a thing for her.
Okay, it rings and she picks up.
Neon.
Hello.
Sexy girl, how's it going?
I'm going fine, thanks. How are you, darling?
Sorting shit out, dealing with stuff, you know how it is. We've got a weird thing that's just come up. We've got a bunch of street kids, all of the contacts, you know, all of the runners, all of the gophers, all of the people that will do the little shit. They're gone. They're just not here.
What?
As far as we can tell, it's around the Rose and Crown and around Ripley's and around
Yeah.
my office. But doesn't seem to be in the centre of town yet.
So,
So-
around where you are,
The manor.
Yeah,
up in the manor.
around the manor.
All right, have you got 5 minutes?
So I was just
then?
wondering.
Go on.
Sorry?
No,
Yeah,
go
I'm
on.
wondering if you've heard anything. Do you know anybody?
I haven't
anybody
heard
said anything?
But if you give me 5 minutes, I'll check the cameras. How
Nice
long's
one,
this been
girl.
going on?
As far as we know this morning, it might have been starting last night.
Oh, right,
Basically,
it's
no
not
one's
long.
seen them. Not long. You know what it's
Right.
like on the streets. The people that you meet are your bread and butter.
Okay, so stay there.
Yeah.
And give me a minute. Okay.
You're a star, girl.
The end of her line goes quiet. You know she's off doing her thing. She'll be plugged into the matrix somewhere, and she'll be going through records. And you have to wait 5 minutes, a good 5 minutes, and then she comes back on the line, and she says, "Okay, I think I found something, but I'm
Oh.
not sure if it's any." There's been a black van driving around the manor, and just the south part of the Yak area, but mostly around the manor.
Yeah.
And I've seen a couple of young men with strange green eye makeup bundling kids into the back of this van.
It's the glitter
Ooh.
band. God.
Now,
that's a-
I've done a trace on the registration,
Yeah.
and it's fake.
I thought it would be.
And unfortunately, the last time I saw that van, it was heading out into the dark area to the east of you.
Yay.
Is that Yakuza or Native
Neither.
American territory?
So
Neither.
it's neither. So that the dark area is where there's no power or water. So at
Out in
night
the
there are
dark.
no street lights, and so nobody claims it. It's where the dregs go.
It's to the east.
It's to the east of where you are. And so, yes, once it enters the dark area, because there are no security cameras or power there, she can't follow them anymore. Now, that was last night and early this morning. So, yes, it was a few hours ago.
That's more than I was able to get. You're an absolute star. That's a lead. So, the green eye makeup, is it any recognisable gang sign or poser group?
Not that I know of, no. No, it's not anything recognisable. I mean, you've got the Crimsons to the south of you, and they're, red is what they were, clearly.
Yeah.
And the Yak don't have any colours. So, I mean, there are gangs that use green, but not like that. So I'm pulling up. I'll do some more searching if you want.
Yes, please.
Yeah, no worries. Give me an hour or so. I'll get back to you.
I'll be at the Rose and Crown if not getting back in touch direct.
Yeah, okay. All right then.
You diamond girl, you're on my Christmas list again.
That's fair enough. You owe me 17 drinks now, according to my tally. But I'm patient. I'm patient.
I'm saving up for a bottle of the right stuff because you can't skimp on quality for a girl of quality.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I've heard that before. Gone away with you. I'll contact you in about an hour.
Thank you, gorgeous. Talk to you later.
That's all right. Anytime. Right, before I jump away from anybody else, I just want A grade to make me a perception roll. It is
Perception and awareness.
it is perception and awareness.
While he's doing that, do we need to make sure he's got some condoms ready?
Look, you will know the day I score with me on. Right, we've got a one.
Your knob will fall off, yeah?
Just the 2 successes on perception.
Okay, did you roll any ones?
No,
What's this successes bollocks?
got 5 dots in it. Perception is important.
So you put the phone down on Neon, and you are. I'm guessing you are going to start making your way back now.
Yeah, I've learned info. I don't care if I'm early. This needs to be shared.
That's okay. And as you're moving away from your office, you spot a large black van with the windows blacked out, and there's a green stripe runs down the side of it. Then all of a sudden you feel a sudden sharp pain in your neck.
Oh,
Someone's
shit.
just stuck a needle in your neck.
Oh, shit.
Right. Bookworm. Cass.
You can't cut there.
Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah, we know nothing about this. We know
Nope,
nothing
you
about
don't.
this.
Oh, shitty death.
Say the thing.
Shitty
So,
death.
where are you two going now?
So,
Shit.
we were going to be, I guess, heading towards my what's his face, the private investigators' offices.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. It's a bit of a walk. You're going to be
Yeah.
late back if you go all the way over there.
Can I ping a message to Ripley on the terminal?
Yeah,
Is there a terminal nearby, or one I can
There's-
hack into? Or
there'll be
Get
a
access to.
public terminal somewhere which you
Okay.
can use.
yeah, it's just a simple message. Going to be longer, not too much longer, but don't panic.
Okay, that's fair enough. And so you make your way over. So it's going to take a little while before you get your way over there.
Yeah.
But eventually you will come up outside his offices. Yeah, I mean the place is it's looking very quiet outside. And again, what you haven't noticed any street kids in the area.
Wow.
All the way down
Okay.
there.
I'll say that to Kaz. Look, you've noticed what's missing, right?
Certainly do, boy.
What's wrong with this picture?
Yeah, this isn't.
You're not there.
I know.
Like-
I can
like-
still
Shut
say
up.
it.
Shut
like,
up.
Look, dude.
I've
I'm-
stayed silent this whole time. You shut the fuck up.
Kaz, I'm 15 years old. Everyone else that's gone is a child.
Don't worry about it, boy.
What?
You stay with me. We'll be fine.
No, I am worried about it though.
Don't
What
you
the
worry.
hell?
Don't worry, we'll find out. Let's go see your buddy and see if we can get any answers
Well-
to this.
Buddy's a bit strong, but let's see what I can find out. I'll knock on the door or ring the bell or whatever there is. I don't even know. I've never been here before. I've only spoken to him
What's this guy's
online, I
name?
guess. He's called
Pirate.
Pirate. That's right. Yes.
Pirate. Oh, dear.
And the,
Okay.
secret reason, when I was writing down private investigator, for some reason my brain wrote pirate, so that became his name.
Pirate
works.
investigator. Yeah.
So
fine.
as you walk up to the door, you'll notice that he has a nameplate. There's a skull and crossbones on his nameplate. It's his logo, and it says
I love it.
"Pirate Investigator" for all your private investigation needs.
Oh,
And there's a doorbell.
ring ring.
Okay. Ring ring. You ring and you wait, and there is no answer on the door. However, after waiting for a couple of minutes, the doorbell has a small speaker on it, and it says, "Thank you for calling Pirate, your private investigator. I'm afraid I'm out at the moment, but if you care to leave your name and your number, I will make sure that I get back to you as soon as possible. Your concerns are my concerns." R.
Pirate, it's Bookworm. I hope you remember me. If you can get hold of me at Ripley's, we're looking for some people that have just gone missing out of nowhere. If you know anything, it's some of the street kids. I'm sure you know of some of the names, but you don't need that. Just if you've heard anything weird going on the streets with kids going missing, give me a shout. I'm at Ripley's. Take care, man.
Right, we'll head back then, boy.
Let's go.
So, yeah, we start heading back towards Ripley's.
Okay. As I say, it's a bit of a walk, and I would like you, as you're walking back, the traffic is, I mean, it's mid-morning and the traffic is fairly light. And as you're walking back, at some point, as you're walking back, a large black van with blacked out windows drives past you and then suddenly screams to a halt, slams the brakes on just a few yards ahead of you, and it comes to a stop. And two youngish men get out. They both, one of them has a green stripe spray painted across his eyes, and the other one has two again, green across his eyes, and then it goes down his cheeks.
Kind of good.
It doesn't look like any sort of gang markings that you recognise. And they get out, and they both come walking towards you. They both seem to be quite fixated on Bookworm.
Gay!
Does that work?
Oh dear.
One of them puts his hands into his pockets and pulls out what looks like a small handgun.
Fuck me!
Right.
I don't like this.
I pull my arm out in front of Bookworm and sort of push him to the behind me. So that-
Okay, so
so I'm between the glitter gang and the kid behind me.
The glitter gang.
so now we're going to go into initiative. Let's go
Oh
into initiative
shit!
Right.
for the four of you. So you have an initiative
Dude.
number on your character sheet.
I do.
Yes.
And what you do is you roll one dice d10 and add your initiative value to your d10 that you roll.
Where the fuck is
Ah.
initiative?
Initiative.
One D10.
Low
plus-
down on the sheet.
There it is.
Right, okay.
One d10 plus your initiative.
Okay, I can do that. Push.
1d10 plus initiative.
No, that's 3. I didn't want 3. I want 1. Shit. Ah. I'm just
Oh,
changed that.
Jesus.
So Cass, your initiative is 5,
Yeah.
and Bookworm, your initiative is also 5. So roll d10 and add 5, and I will do the same for my
On,
two lads.
Right.
on the character sheet, I've got it as 6, but that could be wrong.
It's your dex plus your wits.
Right. I rolled an 8. I rolled an 8.
Which is 5.
Oh, yeah, 5. I'm sorry. I was looking at the char sheet, not human sheet.
Yeah.
Anyway, I rolled a 10, so I don't care. I'm last.
No, the higher the number, the better.
I'm-
If you rolled a 10, you add your initiative.
So that's 15.
Right, so I got 13.
Yeah,
Yeah, 15.
and you're on 15. Okay.
15 out of a possible 20.
So you move first, Bookworm. A turn lasts approximately 6 seconds. There's 10 turns in a minute. What are you going to do? One of them is clearly drawing a weapon. The other one just seems to be standing there staring at you at the moment.
And you're kind of behind
They
me
are
now.
about...
I'm in front of you, don't forget.
The road is quite... The street is quite empty where you are. It's mid-morning, a day after New Year's Day. In the Barrens, so it is fairly quiet. And in the Barrens, to be perfectly honest, when things like this go down, there might be 20 people around you, but there'll be no witnesses. Place. So, yes, they're about 15, 20 foot away at a guess, and they're definitely approaching you.
Fuck's sake.
What are you going to do?
Cass, I'm scared. I'm scared. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know what to do. I'm scared.
Nice.
Stay behind. Stay behind
That's
me, boy.
it. I'm
That's all. You just
Yes.
Yeah,
Of course. Yes, I forgot you have a flaw, don't you?
I do have a very relevant flaw.
You do have a very
paralysis?
relevant flaw.
An elephant claw.
Combat paralysis, you roll your initiative twice and take the lower
No,
number.
not that. It's enough. It's enough of a flaw.
Let's have a look. Where are you?
Pacifist.
No.
That's a
Bedwetter.
shit floor.
So
Yeah, I looked at it for like a second.
Overwhelmed. Let's have a look.
Bedwetter.
That's pretty much what it might as well be, which is why I just said what I said.
Let me have a quick look at see what the rules are for this. I should have looked it up earlier. My apologies, but I didn't.
I'm on negatives. That's the bottom line.
Let's have a look. Where is it? Here we go. Storytellers. Oh, right. Yes. So you're at -3. So actually, you are going. You're actually
left.
going after
Initiative
Cass.
12.
Yeah. So I've just clicked on you by accident, and now I can only see you. How do I get back to everybody? There we go. Right. Fantastic. Done it.
Yeah.
Done it.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, you're on 12. So 13. Cass.
Yes. Right. Which
what are
one's
you going to-
which one's closest? The one with the gun or the one?
The guy drawing the weapon is closer to you. The guy who's staring hasn't moved. He just got out the car and is staring.
Right. Instincts say go for the guy with the gun, obviously.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a rush for him. I'm going to
Okay.
run towards
All
him and basically take him down. So
Okay. It's a simultaneous attack. So you will need to roll your attack roll, which is your. I'm guessing your dex plus your either melee or martial arts, whichever one you're going to use. Oh, sorry, it's martial arts.
Martial
melee
arts,
is weapons, so it's martial arts.
martial arts,
So you need to roll your martial arts and your dex together.
which is 8 d10s, isn't it?
Woohoo! Quite
Jesus.
impressive.
This is his thing.
This is my thing. Right, let me
Good lord.
set up
6.
8.
You're
Pardon?
only human at the moment. It's 6. Martial arts
Oh,
plus dex. You should be looking at your human sheet.
right, okay. That's a shame.
So 6 dice.
6, that's fine. I've got that set up already, so do that. D6, push. Right, and what are successes? Ooh,
7s. 7, 8, 9, or 10 is a success, but a 1 takes a success off you. So you can end up with negative successes if you roll too many.
bollocks! I got one D10. The rest are all below 7, and I've
Oh,
got
dear.
one D1, D10 1. So
Okay,
basically, fuck all.
0 successes. Mind you, I want you to just come over here, please, and just look at my roll for everybody, please.
What a bollocks! Can't believe that 6 bloody D10. Oh no!
Yeah, if you want. I rolled 5 dice and I got
All successes.
Oh,
2
for
8s, 2
fuck's
9s, and a 10.
sake.
Sometimes the dice really hate you.
I'm sorry, wee man, but I think we're fucked.
That's the last thing you say.
You
is-
swing.
You swing, you miss. He sidesteps your swing, pulls the gun up, and shoots you almost point blank in the neck. You have a shot
Oh, for
pain
fucking
in
hell.
your neck
Yeah.
as this dart and lodges itself into your neck.
Yeah.
Please tell me there's none of the usual.
No, we're fucked, and you're proper fucked, to be honest.
It's like the moment in A Fish Called Wanda where he says, "Hey, you're pretty tasty. Yeah, I used to box for my college. Yeah, I used to kill for the CIA."
Yeah.
Fuck. That's a
Bookworm, you watch
Yeah.
Cass take a swing at this bloke, which he sidesteps and then shoots Cass in the neck with what looks like a dart gun, and Cass crumbles gently to the ground
Like a cheap suit.
like a cheap suit. At the same time as your turn is, the guy who was staring at you raises a hand. What are you going to do?
Run.
Okay. You tend to run. Make me a willpower roll, please.
Oh, how do I make a willpower roll?
You roll your willpower dice.
Okay, so it's that many dice, yeah?
Just that many dice, I'm afraid,
Okay.
On your human sheet.
on your human sheet.
That unconscious bloke's coughing a lot.
Yeah,
Two successes.
can't believe that.
Okay, so I need to roll.
The anti-successes. 15 of them.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh, God.
Do I need to look again?
Well,
I trust you.
I rolled 6 dice. I got 2 2s, 2 8s, a 9 and a 10, so I got 4 successes. You take about 4 steps at full speed, and then all of a sudden it feels like the ground underneath you is made of syrup, and then sticky toffee, and then marshmallow, and you just can't move.
Well, Aberrant was fun. What are we doing next
Trying
week?
your best to run. I did warn you. I did warn you.
Yeah.
And you try your best to run, but you don't seem to be getting anywhere. The world seems to be speeding up around you. Either that or you are slowing down. You can't quite decide. You turn to look at what this guy is going to do to you next before you suddenly feel a sharp pain in your neck. And everything goes black.
Okay.
Okay, so I want everybody now to make a stamina roll. It should be resistance. Sorry, it should be resistance. But most of you don't have resistance, so it's just pure stamina rolls, please.
It's just stamina
I
rolls. To just
Rate them as a
I
spot.
got a success.
Okay.
One success.
What happens if you roll a 1 and a 10?
It's
That's 0.
net 0.
Net 0. 1 is mine. 1 counts as 1 off your successes, so you just end up with 0 successes.
I thought a 10 was special and cancelled
No,
out a bot.
it's James. It's 10s are only special on mega dice. No other dice, and we haven't got mega dice yet.
And you haven't got mega dash yet, I'm afraid.
Although I'm unconscious, 2 dice, 2 successes.
Ooh, well done.
yeah, 3 dice,
Cass,
3 dice, 2 successes.
Good lad.
2 successes.
Yeah,
All right. So,
bollocks.
Cass and Bookworm, you wake up first.
Oh, penis.
Welcome to the jungle.
You are in a cage.
Oh,
You're in your own
Shit.
individual cages. They're about 4 foot by 4 foot. They are about 5 foot high, and they are 4 foot on each side. They are barred. They're metallic, and you seem to be surrounded by a lot of other cages. And inside each cage, there is a different person, a different kid.
oh.
Let me show you something.
God.
As you look around, you start to recognize some of the faces. Some of them are asleep, most of them are awake. All of them look frightened. Let me show you something.
This is the audience for Top of the Pops, isn't it? I'm sure it is.
It
Top
certainly
of
is.
the Pops in the 70s. Or Jim will fix it. One of the two.
Surely it's not as bad as that, because that's fucking dire.
Okay, so Bookworm. To the left of you is Daisy. You recognize Daisy. She is sat holding her little teddy bear, looking terrified, wide-eyed, and her eyes are red. She's clearly been crying. In front of you is Tickle. He's asleep. Behind you, Miggs, who's also asleep. Drumstick. To the right is trying out the strength of these metal bars. And they're metal bars, so he's not getting very far. Cass, you are where you can see there. In front of you is Drumstick, who's trying these metal bars. To the left of him is Miggs. To the left of you is Miggs. And to the right is the sleeping form of Magpie.
Oh, Magpie. Right. When did she get cut?
Daisy. How long have you been here?
I don't know. I don't
What's
know.
happened? What's happened to you?
I don't know. Just somebody put a bag over my head, and then the next thing I know, I was here.
But you're just here, yeah? Nothing else has happened, right?
No, they injected me with something earlier. But
Injected?
they came over with needles, and they put one in my arm, and it hurt. And they put one in yours, but you were asleep. They've done everybody.
What?
Oh, bollocks.
Oh my god. Look, don't worry. There's friends here now. We'll go through this together, all right? We'll look after each other.
Okay. You'll notice that there are two doorways. There's one near Mackie, and then there's one near Roach in the top right. So there's one in the top left there, and there's one in the top right. However, the room is only lit by a single light bulb, so it is quite dim in here. But there doesn't seem to be anybody outside of cages in this room at this time.
Right.
Jesus.
Making noise may not be the best idea.
Are the cages stacked on top of each other, or are they?
No. This is a top-down floor plan. You're all in cages, and then between each cage, there's about a 5-foot gap.
Right.
So you can't actually reach out and touch somebody, although two of you, if you both tried, may be able to reach out and touch each other. 5 foot? No, you won't be able to do that.
Yeah, you'd be sure. Yeah.
You'd be sure.
Yeah.
Make me a perception roll, the two of you that are awake.
Yeah.
Perception roll, which is
Just raw
Perception and awareness, sorry. It's always awareness. When I say perception, sorry, I mean an awareness roll.
Thank you. That's cool.
and awareness, same as what we did last time, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you add your perception and awareness dice together and just roll. A 7 or higher is a success. A 1 is a negative. Tell me what net successes you get.
3 successes.
Ooh, nice.
Sorry.
Fucking hell.
So my perception and my awareness.
Yes.
So that's 3. Bring that back up. 3d10 push. Yeah. One success and 1d1, which
And
negates
it's a 1, so that makes a net of makes a net of 0. Okay.
basically.
Who's in the who's in the bottom left? Because my picture's over that.
Lucky.
Okay.
Sorry, did I? Oh, we've lost James.
I'm here.
He does smell of wee.
I'm looking at. Hello.
And we can hear you, but we can't see you. I can't see you.
No, none of us can
No.
see you.
Is there?
I'll go back onto the
anybody-
computer instead of the phone. Wait me a second.
All right. Magpie, you start to stir. Magpie's starting to wake up. Right, perception, sorry. Bookworm, you notice that attached to each cage is a little handwritten sign. There's one on your cage, there's one on everybody's cage. You cannot see the front row, but you can see Lucky, Migs, Cass, Magpie, and Beanie's signs.
Right.
Attached to Lucky's cage is handwritten I plus O. Above on Mags's cage it says I plus X. On Cass's cage it says N plus O.
Mixes.
On Cass's cage it says N plus O. On Magpie's it says N plus X. On Beanie's it says O plus X. You can kind of reach around and look at your own cage, and yours says G plus N. They're on little handwritten signs that are only that size. Magpie starts to stir and wake up.
Cass, can you see your sign?
I look round. Yep.
Yeah, now he's pointed it out to you where it is. You can sort of reach through the bars and tilt it slightly, and you can see that yours says N plus O.
What? Mine says G plus N. I can read the others on your side, but I don't know what they mean.
Can you read them out
I may
too?
be stirring.
Yeah. So Lucky is I plus O, Migs is I plus X. You're N plus O. Magpie, are you waking up? N plus X. And Beanie's O plus X.
Yeah, now that Bookworm has said your name, Magpie, you're coming to now.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer. I'm going to take it all in.
IOX non-nix. That doesn't make any fucking sense, that at all.
No. What are they? It's a description about us, but what does it mean?
How are we going to get out, Daisy? Daisy says.
Yeah,
She's
Daisy,
still looking.
don't worry.
And what's on your sign, Bookie?
G plus N. I can't even begin to think what they're talking about. Daisy, don't worry, all right? We've only just woken up. We'll work out what we're doing. There's more of us than them, I'm sure. We can get out of this.
While they're chattering, I'm just going to slowly move to the front part of the cage and then take up a more slumped position and wait.
Okay. You speak to me that way.
Well, where I am, I've got the back of my cage to the wall, so I want to move to the other side and come to a closer part that I can grab anyone who comes near it.
How old are you, Magpie?
She's nearly 18.
18.
She's nearly 18. She doesn't say her age, but she's around that age.
It was her birthday, wasn't it? Recently?
No, not yet.
It was her sister's birthday yesterday.
Her sister.
That's it.
Right, that's it.
Starling's birthday yesterday.
Right.
That's why you were out yesterday. You were celebrating Starling's birthday.
Yeah.
And she was it 16th? It was the 16th, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you all went down to Underworld 93, where you have to be 18 to get in. And Starling at 16 and Bookworm at 16 both got in.
Right. Awesome.
She doesn't look 16, though, because she's an elf.
15.
Yeah, that's true. 15, sorry. Yeah.
Come on, Bookworm. You're the genius. What do you think
roll,
that means?
please, Magpie. Perception and awareness, please.
For who?
Me.
Magpie.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. Net 0. A
Oh.
1 and a 10.
For fuck's sake. Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
Most of the others are asleep at this time.
Am I still knocked out?
Okay, great. You're starting to come to. Sorry.
Can I check my kit? Have I still got my hidden shivs on me?
You do. Yes.
I'm going to secrete a couple into my hands.
Okay. Yep.
Slide them out my boots. And,
Okay.
fuckers didn't take these, did they?
The three of you who are awake, and then I'll mention it to Greg because it will be obvious when he's awake as well. You all have a bit of a sore left arm. Feels like you have been jabbed with something.
The left arm.
Greg, you're starting to come to.
The fuck was I drinking last night? Oh, shit.
Hey, Greg.
Now, these are 4 foot by 4 foot cages. If you lie diagonally, it'll be really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's the most room that you'll have. Or you can sit up in this thing. But you're in a fetal position because you can't lay out completely straight.
No, that'd be horrible. You can't stretch out.
Yeah, you can't stretch out. They're 4 foot by 4 foot and 5 foot high, so you can't even stand up properly either.
I'm going to do an immediate check. Is there like an obvious door that's been locked?
There are 2 doors that you can see, one in front of ahead of Mackie, and there's one next to Roach, who's in the cage
Gotcha.
to the right of you. You can see where the 2 doorways are there in the top left and the top right.
I mean, in the cages as well.
In the cages,
It's not like they're welded shut.
they're not welded shut. There is a catch on them, but it's in the roof. It looks like they've been opened on the roof and you've been dropped in, and then they've closed the roofs on them. But everything's metal.
I'm going to...
No obvious way to pick locks or anything like that.
No.
Not easy. There'll be maglocks. So
Because I do have intrusion and legerdemain.
Yes, but unfortunately they're card locks.
Right.
So it's like bare concrete. There's like a single bulb, and you can see the cages spreading out around.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to be.
Um,
A
make me a
grade.
perception roll. Oh, sorry, go on.
Sorry, I'm just going to
Speak
check.
first.
A grade. There's
Yo,
a,
man.
there's a little sign on the front of your cage, boy. Can you just
Good
turn it?
go.
What does it say?
A plus A.
plus N.
Yeah,
The fuck?
and you can
Oh,
also see all
shit.
the signs for everyone south of you. So you can see from Daisy to Beanie, you can see all their signs.
Yeah, he's going to fall into a bad old habit and start narrating the peril. And sit there and go, oh, mysterious labels, that's never fucking good news. Jesus.
Make me
Can
a
I
perception
call...
roll, A grade?
Oh, hang on.
Perception and alertness, please.
Perception.
Awareness.
3,
Awareness.
5... We'll have a 1, 9... Oh, 1 success.
Okay. Most of the kids, I mean, Daisy's awake and is sobbing. You obviously know that Cass and Bookworm and Magpie are also awake.
Yeah.
You do notice Leaf, not only is he asleep, but he seems to be twitching and spasming. He seems to be having some sort of fit. Leaf is in a bad way. Nobody else
Leaf
has
man.
noticed this.
Leaf man, snap out of it, man. Roach, Beanie, can you reach his cage? Can you bang it? Can we get some help in here? I shall yell.
Okay.
We got somebody fitting. If you want to use us for anything, you better come and deal with this.
What do you mean use us?
We're not here for the good of their health.
We've all been injected with something. And by
You're a fucking experiment if you haven't worked it out,
yeah,
boys.
by the looks of it, these letters are to do with what they injected us with.
The
Do I
door
still have
next
the
to
notepad
Roach.
on me?
Yes.
Right. When I get a chance, I'm writing all of these numbers down. But yeah,
Letters.
real time.
Letters, mate.
As you're starting to write them down, and at the moment you can't see what Mackie, Tickle, Hamster, or Roach have got on theirs because they're facing to the north of these signs, so you can't see them.
Yeah.
But you can see everybody south of you, and you can see your own. The door next to Roach opens, and a youngish man. I'll give you. I can even get you a picture. Would you believe it? Look at this.
That's never good news.
Give me a moment.
Not just named, but pictured NPCs.
Well, we'll start with that's Daisy.
Nay.
And this man comes out of the side of the room out of the door where Roach is next to. He comes out. He doesn't look happy. He's definitely not pleased to see you. He sneers as he approaches you. He goes up to your cage, A grade. He identifies you as the person that's made the noise. And he goes, "Shut up!" and he kicks the cage. Shut up.
Lovely.
I'm going to point out and say your valuable merchandise over there is fitting. You want to use it or sell it, you need to do something. Or it's going to be your fault.
Bookworm and Kaz, you recognise this man. This is the guy who shot you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Little fecker.
He goes over and has a look at Leaf's cage. He wanders over. He looks carefully at Leaf, who is clearly not in a good way. He's shivering and shaking and fitting. And he sighs heavily, and he walks back into the room next to where Roach's cage is. A minute later, the other guy who assaulted you also comes through the door. And he goes up to what the first one points at Leaf's cage, and the other one goes and walks up. And he looks at him. He puts his hand out, and he says something under his breath that you can't make out.
As I'm watching this, how close to the cage is he putting his hand out? Is he putting it in the cage, near the cage?
Near the cage. He's about 6 inches away from the cage.
All right. As they're doing that, I'm going to start performing a fit.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So as far as the rest of you are concerned, Leaf has started. Leaf is already fitting, and now Magpie's started to fit. This isn't looking good.
What the hell's going on?
Just stay calm, boy. We'll think of something.
The guy says something, and holds his hand out, and then drops his hand, and he looks at the other guy and he shakes his head, and then he motions for them to retreat back into the room they came from, and they don't speak a word to you. They don't speak a word at all.
Hang on, motherfuckers! What about this one? Pointing to Magpie.
I got 2 successes on my perform.
Okay. Okay. This one nods to the other one and gestures his head towards the room they came out of. And the other one starts to make his way back into the top right-hand room where next to where Roach is, and looks to be moving away. And he says one word. He says, tranquilizer. And the other guy nods and disappears. This guy walks up to where your cage is, stands about 9 or 10 inches away from it, and lifts his hand up so it's within about 6 inches of the cage.
Make an attack.
Okay, then try and make an attack. So with the shield, that's a melee attack, and Dex.
Yep. Ooh, 3 successes.
Ooh, that's nice. He will attempt a dodge.
10 and 2 sevens. He succeeds.
Oh Lord.
He snatches his hand away, and all you manage to do is a surface scratch on his palm. He pulls his hand away, and you just make contact, and you scratch his palm, but nothing more than that. You draw a little bit of blood, and he snarls at you, and he kicks at your cage.
I snarl back and go, come on, play.
Wait,
Play with me, motherfucker.
a little bit of what?
Blood, I think it said.
A little bit of blood, just draws a tiny amount of blood off the palm as he pulls his hand back. She's got a shiv, she's got a knife.
Blade's dirty, mate. On purpose.
A grade, you notice now that Leaf is starting to shake quite violently. And if you're not mistaken, he's starting to glow slightly, like a red colour.
First of all, before I notice that, I'm going to be cheerleading the fuck out of Magpie, because she's the only one that had the presence of mind to secrete shivs about a person. So it's going to be like, you fucking go, girl! The fuck is happening over there?
This guy raises his hand again. He steps back so he's out of your reach, and he raises his hand. He's clearly going to cast a spell at you. And he starts to intone a spell. It's full of venom and spite and very hard.
I will scream at the top of my lungs the most ear-screeching pitch of a scream that fucker has ever heard, with such venom.
That's fair enough.
It's aimed to distract.
His spell is full of venom and hard consonants. It doesn't sound like a very pleasant sounding spell at all. You take a deep breath and start to scream, and as you start to scream, Leaf explodes. He explodes with such force that his cell is completely destroyed. And the explosion, all of a sudden, time slows down, and you can see the explosion rolling away from Leaf. And it's slowly coming towards you, and time almost stops. And at that moment, you realise that you can do something.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do.
You feel a sudden surge of power within you. You feel a sudden awakening. And just like in Highlander, you pretty much, just for a split second, become one with the universe. You feel
There's
like
lots of exploding glass everywhere.
lots of exploding glass. If there was glass in here, it would all explode, just like in a Highlander movie. And for that split second, you then have to make a decision. You can ascend if you want. You can become one with the universe. You can merge your consciousness with the everything. You'll have to leave your body behind and leave all of these worldly worries and woes behind. Or you can try and grab onto some of that power. All that power that you have at your fingertips, you can grab onto some of it and fall back into your body, taking all of that power with you that you can see. And you ascend and you go Nova. Initiative.
Nova initiative? Or...
Nova initiative. Nova forms.
You
Now
said
I'm assuming that none of you want to ascend, because if you do ascend, you're out of the game.
Yeah. See ya. Apparently going to keep them piss off.
Right, I'm going to have to remember my character sheet, because unfortunately I only have my human one. But I do remember my initiative.
16.
Right, so your initiative is...
D10 plus your initiative level on your Nova sheet.
Oh yeah, you just rolled.
So 1 dice, yeah?
1 dice plus your initiative.
16.
9 plus 10.
Yes!
Blimey.
8.
Right, so let me just go back to the... let me just show you...
The battle map.
My dice just aren't working. I got 1 plus 5, which is 6.
Ha! Somebody rolled worse than me.
Is that your
Much
Nova
better.
sheet now, Dave?
Yeah. Starting Nova.
The explosion is tearing through Blaster's cage, Roach's cage, and Beanie's cage. Unless you do something to save any of those 3 in this first round, they will die.
It's just the Nova powers we've got, isn't it?
What is it that determines your initiative? Because my Nova and my human is the same. Should it be?
Should be.
Wits and Dex.
Wits and Dex.
It's perfectly feasible if you've not boosted your wits or
You
dex
just
in your Nova form.
you roll 1d10 and add on your initiative. for
Yeah.
whichever sheet.
With
And that's
Dex
it.
plus Dex.
Yeah. It's just that I don't have Mega Dex for some reason. Yeah.
So, Lawson, did you say who was it that was in the line of fire immediately?
Roach, Blaster and Beanie.
Leaf has exploded, so Roach, Blaster, and Beanie are in danger of dying very, very quickly.
Oh, okay.
Now, while you are ascended, while you are going Nova form, for the next few rounds, you have the powers you have, but at the equivalent of 5.
Fucking what?
What?
Your body won't be able to handle this for very long, so make use of it while you can. So any of the powers, mega attributes, mega abilities that you bought,
I need to
they
read
are
some very
the
quickly.
equivalent of 5s at the moment. So if you've got mega dex or mega wits, then that will put your initiative up.
2 minimum. 5.
So what's everybody's initiative score? 19 for you, Magpie. Anybody else?
This is slightly different
16
from last
for
time,
me.
so
It
this is
is.
going to be difficult.
I was 6, so, you know.
16
Well, you
for
rolled a
me.
6, you rolled a 1. That's 16, okay. A grade?
Initiative 8.
8, okay. Magpie.
There's nothing of Leaf to hold on to.
Leaf's gone.
Leaf's gone.
Leaf's in pieces. He's exploding.
I can only take one person with me.
Sounds like
And
we have
it'll
people
be
with similar
Daisy.
powers.
Daisy's not in harm way, so it's...
Teleport Daisy out.
no,
Okay.
I thought it was Beanie, Blaster, and Roach that were in danger. Or are we all now in danger?
Everyone's in fucking danger, mate.
Yeah, but Roach, Blaster, and Beanie are in immediate danger.
The time has almost slowed to a stop. This is an explosion, but because you've gone Nova, time has slowed down during your Nova event. So, at the moment, you are where you are, but the explosion is slowly, ever so slowly, as far as you're concerned, radiating out from Leaf. Right. It looks like a big explosion. It hasn't finished rolling out and destroying everything in its path. It's certainly destroyed all the bars around Leaf's cage.
Well, in that case, which one's the youngest out of the ones most in danger?
Out of Roach, Blaster, and Beanie?
Yeah.
Beanie.
Then Beanie goes first.
Okay.
I will not forget that because Beanie was, I think, the closest of the ones in immediate danger, and I was going to go for him first.
Okay.
Noted.
Oh, by the way, you are out of your cages. When you ascended, you blew your cages apart.
Oh.
But nobody else's. So you can reach through the bars, Magpie, to touch Beanie and take him with you.
Oh, I'm going to use my tail.
That's fair enough, but either way. So Magpie has suddenly grown a tail. She lashes it out, touches Beanie with her tail, and the pair of them disappear. Right. Who's next? Bookworm.
I'm going to telekinesis pull both Roach's and Blaster's cage towards us out the way.
Yep. Okay. So you start telekinetically pulling Roach and Blaster's cages away from the explosion.
I suppose it depends how heavy those cages are. I'll just roll my telekinesis roll with... It's quantum minimum 2? Yeah, so 2 successes. Which that makes up 1, 2, 3, 6. Less 1, 5. So with 5 successes and 2 quantum minimums.
I'm sorry, what was that? What did you say, Rob?
5 successes plus the 2 quantum minimum.
2 quantum autos.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you can quite easily grab all the cages in this room if you wanted to.
And shove them in the corner out the way.
And shove them in the
basically
corner out the way.
Out of the range of that blast.
Okay, so you just, all the cages suddenly just start sliding away from the explosion and start stacking up in the left-hand side of the room. Who's next? James, are you next?
Yep.
A-grade, what's A-grade going to do?
Right. I don't know if this is feasible, and I'm saying this out of character, to telekinetically shove Leaf through the wall and away. Would that take the explosion away if I flipped the cage up so that its floor, so the explosion was hitting the floor? You see what I mean?
The explosion is huge. The Leaf is in pieces, and what you've got now is an ever-expanding fireball.
Right. I don't think telekinesis.
Yeah, you're not going to be TKing a fireball easily.
If any of you had force field,
it would be a really good time to manifest it. Yes, it would. The door down by Mackie, Daisy, and Lucky, the wall. I'm going to try and smash through that and shove cages out.
Okay, what are you using to smash the wall? Have you got mega strength, or are you going to use another power?
Telekinesis.
Okay, yeah. So you just turn and face the wall and blast with a telekinetic blast that wall. It just so happens. Well, what the hell happened there? I don't know if you can still see that, but I can't.
Yeah, everything looks good.
Yeah, we can still see the layout.
That's good for us.
Oh, and Lawson's frozen.
I am going to have to restart. Sorry.
Go! Right, in that case, toilet break.
Yes, good call.
2 seconds.
That's all right. It's close to my med break as well. He's just rebooting. He'll be back in a bit.
Yeah. No problem. I'm just wondering why Robert's turned into pornography. Why is Rob turned into pornography? Oh, you're back.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Firefox just folded on me. Let me share my screen.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Pardon me.
Oh, that's so much better. Did I beat DK back, the slacker?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Firefox folded on me, so I had to restart Firefox.
No,
Oh, bugger.
DK's turned into pornography. Japanese.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh, we got talking about this. I don't know how the subject came up, but we were talking about porn at D&D Thursday nights, and somebody was talking about the sounds and the music, and I went, "What do you mean? All porn is always silent?" And they went, "The fuck?" I went, "Married man, kids in the house."
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Okay, so I'll wait for Michelle to come back. She won't be a second.
Yeah.
She's just it's 9 o'clock. It's job time.
Ah, yes.
That's good.
Gives me a chance to drink some Guinness.
Hey.
Connor, your mum's calling you. Hang on. Connor. See what mum is saying.
In fact, I'm just going to go and grab another beer. I'll be 2 seconds.
I don't need it. Do you need a loo?
Shall I go back? Yeah. No, I've just been thanks. I love how the idea of the ascension and coming back with powers, it was done so well in Stargate. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because Daniel Jackson, for a while, actually did fucking ascend.
Twice.
Yeah. It's also in the Culture novels by Ian Banks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not read them. Sounds good.
It's sublimation there, but it is definitely moving on to higher orders of being and one with the universe.
Yes,
And we're back in the room.
and we're back in the room. So you turn around and take a TK blast at the left-hand wall.
Yes.
You blast a huge hole in the wall, quite happily easy for people to climb out of, and even for cages to go through one at a time. You're lucky, you've picked the outside wall.
Oh, awesome.
Hey, it was
It
just
opens,
wall furthest
Magpie's
from
on the
exploding
outside
thing.
waving.
it opens out into a car park, an empty car park. There's only one vehicle parked in the car park, and that is a large black van with blacked out windows.
And the green stripe.
It is dark. It is very dark. There are no street lights here. All you can see is whatever illumination you've got from the moon and the stars. And since it's January the 2nd in Seattle, it's a cloudy night. It's probably raining slightly. And so it is incredibly dark outside. There are no streetlights lit.
Arses.
I'm guessing high-end electric magnetic
How effective
visual
Was my
negate that.
blaster opening a hole? Did you say? It was oh, you said big enough for cages to go through.
Big enough for cages to go through one at a time. So you've easily done a bigger than a 4-foot radius circle. Just bang, and all the bricks and the plasterboard and everything else just shot out into the car park, and you can see out into the night.
Get everybody the fuck out of here! Well, we're moving in accelerated time.
I could potentially help with that.
Cass, it's
Yep.
your turn.
Okay, what door did those two go out of?
One by Roach.
Right.
The one in front of me is probably dead by now.
The one in front of you is still frozen in time in front of you. The blast still hasn't. The blast is about to engulf where Blaster, Roach, and Beanie were, but you've moved them. Right
Removed
now.
them all, yeah.
As I say, time is moving incredibly slowly.
Right.
So
I'm going to help
the
get all
effect-
the cages out. Going to assist with that. But how are they locked? Did you say they were electronic locks or something?
there are electronic locks in the roof of each cage, in the ceiling of each cage.
Right. Can I use my perception to spot a weakness in the lock?
You're going to use Analyze Weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can check your Analyze Weakness skill and roll it.
Which is... find it.
Let me... so the rules are here, and I want to view the outline, and I can go down to powers, quantum powers, powers... Oh, Analyze Weakness is in the part of Mega Intelligence, isn't
Intelligence,
it?
yeah.
Yep, so that is down here in Nova, Mega Attributes, Mega Intelligence, Analyze Weakness. Weakness in objects, flaw is physical, less tangible weakness. You spend a quantum point and make an intelligence roll. So you need to roll your intelligence plus your Mega Intelligence. Now what you need to do with this is keep your intelligence dice separate from your Mega Intelligence dice, because Mega Intelligence dice, a 10 is equal to 2 successes, and a 1 does not fail. In other words, sorry, it does not botch. So you don't take a negative off a Mega dice.
Right, so I take my 2 intelligence first. Okay,
Yeah.
do them first.
And a 10 is a normal success and a 1 is a -1 success,
Right.
as normal. And then you roll your Mega
Ooh.
Intelligence.
Right, I got 1 success. I got a 6 and an 8.
Yep, so that's one
awesome.
success. And now you roll your Mega Intelligence dice.
It's the same. Push.
7, 8, 9 is worth 1 success. A 10 is worth 2 successes. And that's it.
Another 8 and a 3.
The ones won't betray you. So, yep, so you've got a couple of successes.
So can I see the weak spots
so
on these
Nova's
things?
analysing a physical, produced by 1 success, armor ratings. Yeah, no, that's fine. So yes, you will be able to tell that these things are actually, the locks themselves are stronger than the hinges. And so the hinges are the weak points of these doors.
Okay.
And if you concentrate on the hinges, that's where you will be able to get these doors open faster.
Right, so I'm going to start smacking these hinges up and then opening up all these cages.
Okay.
I mean, they're all moving, but yeah.
No, well, I'm outside. As,
Okay.
as they're coming out, smack them open.
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to wait for Bookworm's TK to start passing them out one at a time. So now it's a new initiative round, and you re-roll initiative.
Okay.
Every round you roll initiative again.
That's good.
Yes!
I rolled
I
shit.
like that.
I got a 10 plus a 10.
I got better than last time, which wasn't fucking difficult.
So that's a D10 plus your initiative value.
Still
I got a
15.
10.
14.
So still Magpie goes first with her ludicrous initiative.
With my electromagnetic vision, I'm going to aim for a cage that's nearer the blast. I'm going to pop back in and pop back out.
Okay, so you're gonna, yeah. I mean, the thing is, you can see through the hole in the wall that
Yeah.
Bookworm's made anyway. So you're gonna pop in. So at the moment, Roach and Blaster are still closest to the blast. The blast has moved on a little bit now, but all the cages are safe. In another round, they will engulf the adept that is still stood frozen in time, trying to cast a spell on where Magpie was.
Awesome.
And no longer is. I will grab Roach because
Okay.
he's the nearest.
Yep. And you can teleport him out into the car park to safety. So who goes next? Who's below? What's everybody's initiative this
15.
round? 15, A grade. Cass, what are your initiatives?
9.
Okay. Sorry, didn't hear that.
I got a 9.
13.
13. So, Bookworm.
Now, how clear are the cages at the moment? What are we talking about in terms of when we managed to pull out the wall?
Well, the hole's only just been made, so at the moment all the cages are being moved
piled
away
up
from
in
the
the-
blast, but they're inside. So
All right.
you're going to have to start passing them out. And obviously, the
Yeah.
first one to go out should be, well, Daisy's going to be the easiest one to pull
Yeah.
out. 'Cause
Yeah,
you made
totally.
a big hole.
Yeah, I'll just continue to push them out. That now there's a hole appeared. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah.
Do you want
So-
me to re-roll telekinesis to carry on the movement,
No.
or
No,
Yeah?
no,
No, okay.
not at this time.
okay?
As I say, at the moment you are overpowered because you are going. This
Yeah.
is your Nova event,
Yeah.
and so for a few seconds, and time has slowed way down. So it's going to be quite a number of combat rounds.
Okay.
You can just maintain anything that you're doing. Okay, so Daisy goes out. You can pick 2 cages per round if you want. So who
So,
else are you going to send out? Mackie or Lucky?
Daisy and Mackie, because they're
Okay.
the people I know. I'd recognise them straight away. They're my friends.
Yeah, so Daisy and Mackie's cages are going out. A grade.
Yeah. On superficial examination, it looks like telekinesis can get 2 people out, whereas teleport can get 1 person out around.
Yes, at the moment, yeah.
Right. Who are the next 2 closest people?
Well, the hole in the wall is pretty much next to where Daisy was, and Daisy and Mackie have gone out. So Lucky and Miggs and Tickle are next in line to go out. Because Daisy and Mackie have been moved out by Bookworm.
Yep. Grab the next 2 in order of priority and get them the fuck out into the car park. Telekinetically, just one.
All right, so that would be Lucky next, and then either Miggs or Tickle. Your
Miggs.
choice, Miggs, right? So those 4 are out now. Cass,
Yeah. I'm already outside because
you're outside and you're releasing kids as they come out, I'm
Yes.
guessing.
Yes.
Using your mega strength, you're just tearing at these doors where the hinges are.
Yep.
You know where the weak point is. And with your mega strength at maximum at the moment, these things are like paper to you.
awesome. Just rip them up.
So you're just ripping open the doors and getting them out as they come out. I am assuming that that's what you're going to continue to do, is continue
Yes.
to get all the cages out.
As soon as they
I'll
come
be
out,
hitting at the back ends.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So the 2 TKers will be pulling them out in the front end queue, and you can keep teleporting in and getting the ones at the back. So
Yeah.
Blaster, Roach, Beanie, Hamster, in that sort of order. Drumstick.
Well, Roach and whoever's under my screen in the bottom right is out already now.
Beanie, yeah. So Beanie was the first one to come out. You released Beanie first,
Yeah.
and then you went and got Roach. So the next one will probably be Blaster and then Hamster. So yeah, I will not bother doing this round by round. It's clear that you've got this under control and you've got a system. And as the cages, those that have people inside cages hit the car park, Cat is outside just tearing the ceilings off all the cages and releasing the kids.
Any I bring out will already be out.
Of course they will. And during this time, the explosion will slowly make its way over to where the adept is, and he will be engulfed by the fireball and will die attempting to scream.
Is James gone again?
James is gone.
No,
We can't
Mia,
see
can
you.
you hear me?
Oh,
We can
yeah.
hear you, but we can't see you. Now.
Okay. Let's go back to the main screen. Yeah, fucking thing. I can't dismiss it. Anyway, don't need to see me. Let's carry on.
Okay. The Leaf's explosion has actually blown a hole through the wall that his cage is up against. So as well as spreading out towards you, it has actually knocked out the brickwork. It's much more reduced as it's had to go through all the brickwork and everything. But beyond where Leaf is and Roach, where the guys came from, is a large room there. And the fireball is looking to engulf that room as well. You'll notice inside that room is obviously the guy that shot you and another person in this room. This room looks to be full of computer equipment and also a small laboratory. There's glassware everywhere where they've been distilling stuff. There's clipboards with notes on it. Obviously, this is where they're keeping all their information for the experiments they've been doing on you.
Unfortunately, I'm outside. I can't see that.
I can probably see that.
No, but at the moment, the two TKers haven't left. They've been inside pushing things through the wall. So, A-Grade and Bookworm, you could see this.
No, I mean with my vision thing.
And I was coming to you next.
Sorry.
And you can see beyond as well with your electromagnetic scan.
Get the fuck in there.
Okay.
Teleportation if necessary.
All right.
No, teleportation by choice.
By the time you've got, obviously, the explosion here is already starting to fill this room. A lot of the stuff is already going up in smoke because you've been concentrating on getting all the kids out first.
Yeah.
And it's a much smaller room is this one that they're in. So the fireball has almost engulfed this area. And the two people in here are burning up. But you might just be able to grab some notes before they all get destroyed.
Grab a hard drive.
All the computers and laboratory equipment seems to be quite destroyed, but there's a desk along the back wall that has some clipboards and notes on it, so you might be able to grab that. Bookworm, you can see this. These are clipboards. This is paper and ink and pens. This is not computer terminals. They've been writing stuff down on paper.
I want to grab as many of those as I can.
Yes.
Like urgently, compulsively, should we say?
Okay, so you have time to grab a small armful each, and then you are going to have to leave before the explosion completely fills.
I'm just going to lie my tail over a load of shit and take it with me.
You grab what you can, you make your way out into the car park, and as you make your way into the car park, obviously the kids that you are releasing, Cass, they are frozen in time.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So as you pull the roofs off these, you're going to have to reach in, grab them and lift them out, because they are going as fast as everybody else, which is a fraction of the speed that you're moving at the moment.
Back.
As you are getting the last of the kids out, and you are getting all four of you are into the car park after having grabbed papers and clipboards and things, the explosion starts to get faster. You start to feel weary, and the kids start moving a little bit faster. There is one car in this car park.
I'm just going to shout it out. Can anybody fucking drive?
I can.
Thank God for that, because I can't.
Right.
I can now.
Right, so I'm going to open up the back door of the van.
Yep.
Hopefully it's empty. and start piling the kids in.
Yeah, it is. It is empty. You
Do I have to hotwire it?
no, the keys are in the will the keys be in the van?
Yeah, yeah.
If they are, I'll be able to see them.
That's true. You will notice that they're above the sun visor.
Hey!
Yay! Paying a homage to the classics.
With your X-ray vision, you'll notice you can see where the keys are, and you can get the van started. By the time the kids are in the van and the van has started, you are back to normal time. You're all four of you feeling a little bit tired and weary.
Right. Pile in
Kids
the
are
back.
all safe in the van. The building is on fire.
And I need a new pair of trousers.
Yeah, and underpants.
Right.
So now all you have to do is find out where West is.
Internal compass.
Got internal compass.
Oh, for
for
fuck's sake.
And
How handy.
navigation.
How handy.
I wonder who's played this before.
Because
Hit it, Wheels.
You had this last time. So,
Jesus.
okay, maybe a quick navigation roll, please.
Oops. I don't know what internal compass does. It just means I know exactly where north is and
It
west
does. So
is.
you know you need to be heading basically west. Because this is
and my
clearly the dark
navigation
area.
roll is a 10, an 8, and a 9.
Right.
3
It's
successes. Fantastic.
Well,
Well
that's
done.
definitely left.
Oh, I've got a mega dice. I got mega dice.
You know, I got mega dice as
I
well.
got and
You don't
no,
really need
I
to
don't
roll.
have the max now though because I'm coming down, don't I?
Yeah, that's right.
A 7.
That's good enough. So you hop onto the, get out of the car park, hop onto the road. You know where West is. You take that and you just floor it and start driving as fast as you dare out of the dark area and towards the manor. By now, there's some of the kids are awake and are a little bit hysterical. Some of the kids are still asleep.
Right,
Those
time
that
for
were
emergency
awake, like
flask of
Daisy,
whiskey.
are incredibly confused
Yeah.
because they were in a cage and then all of a sudden they blinked and they're in the back of a van. So some of the kids are very, very confused at the moment. There is a general wailing and gnashing of teeth in the back of the van.
How does everybody look at the moment? Because I took Quantum 5, so I do not look like I didn't before at all.
So yeah, the higher the quantum you are, the more unnatural you look.
My skin is blue.
Yeah, I kind of glow with an inner radiant hair and shoulders glow. Head and shoulders.
So anybody else?
No, I look pretty much the same. No real difference.
What do I look like? I haven't even thought about this.
A, li-
Shit.
a little bit dishevelled. That's about it.
What's your quantum level, Rob? 3.
Okay, so you are starting to look a little bit otherworldly. Magpie's quantum is higher than that and is definitely looking non-human. She has a tail and her skin's turned blue.
I'm gonna suggest I have a bit of a Dragon
I
Ball
also
Z
look
Vegeta
damn
kind
hot.
of look about me.
Oh yeah, her appearance was 5 before. It's now higher.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
A grade.
Oh, do I need to...
I want to ask A grades.
Can I say to everybody via telepathy? Say nothing, for fuck's sake. Just everybody that's one of us.
Oh.
And then, what were you going to say?
I was just going to ask you, did you manage to take a note of all the letters on everybody's cage?
I said I was going to try, but I don't know whether I got time.
You will have, as you will have noticed as you.
I'll just drop a load of papers in the van through my tail that I grabbed. There you go.
And the last question to you, Lawson, is: did we read Leaf's letters before he blew up? I don't think we did we?
A grade noticed that. A grade could see Leaf's letters.
Right, okay. Because I'm just concerned, is anybody else going to go pop? Well, we're driving on this back of this van.
How bad physically do the kids look, or is it all mental and shock?
It's pretty much mental and shock. None of the others have gone Nova. Leaf, unfortunately, is gone.
Yeah.
Leaf exploded quite impressively. It was like he was made of C4.
Right.
It's like he ascended.
Yeah, or something. He didn't need his body anymore. Well, let's just convert that to energy. Right, I'm going to shout out, but not in a harsh way. I need to make myself heard over the panicking and the wailing. It's going to be, I'm going to say, listen up, you're all safe. There was magic and drugs back there. We got you out. We're heading back to the manor. We're going back to the Rose and Crown.
It was all
You're
an
all
hallucination.
safe.
Yes. Surprise!
A grade. They're tripping their bollocks off. Just
Like I said,
tell them
drugs
they're tripping
and
their
magic.
bollocks off.
Drugs and magic are involved, kids. You do not need to be scared now. You don't need to keep thinking about it, because that means you won't get sleep. Chill the fuck out, all right? If you keep quiet, you can have some of this. Pulls out emergency reserve hip flask.
Question, how long can I drive before I get sleepy?
You can make your way. You are quite deep into the dark zone. You're almost, from the amount of time you've been driving, to be honest, if you'd gone east another 5 or 6 minutes, you'd have hit the toxic wastelands. So you are quite deep into the dark zone. And so you drive, pedal to the metal as much as you dare for a good 45 minutes.
Oh, shit.
It's going to be bumpy roads as well. The back of the van's going to be boom.
The
No
clock
road rage.
on the van's radio tells you that it is 1:45 in the morning by the time you hit the outskirts of the manor, before you start seeing streetlights and know that you're safe and you're back in with the manor.
Start slowing down at this point.
Yeah. How much are we coming down? Is it like a real come down from a power high and
It
you're getting
is.
drained?
A real come down from a power high. You are feeling quite drained, and you are ready to crash wherever you need to go. At the moment, to be honest, it's willpower that's keeping you awake more than anything else, because of the kids.
That's.
How
I'm
much
gonna
did the
use
kids
my-
listen? Sorry, go
Some
ahead.
did. Some did. Most of them did. There's a couple that are a little bit hysterical, but some of the kids are looking after some of the other kids.
I'm going to aim for the car park near the Rose and Crown, wherever the parking area is near that, because everybody will know that area. So
Yeah, that's fair enough. And you can make your way to the car park outside the Rose and Crown. And at that point, you can just let everybody out, and they can make their own way home. You're feeling a little bit too trashed to start doing a tour of the manor and dropping everybody off. As you pull into the car park, you feel yourself really struggling to stay awake.
one last ping, one last ping.
Can I send a message to Ripley?
At 2 in the morning.
Yeah, so he gets it in the morning first thing.
You can from the terminal inside the Rose and Crown. The place is dark and closed up. It has shut up shop. Monday nights, Tuesday nights is normally when the Rose and Crown closes early, Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So
You'll have to ask me very nicely.
there won't actually be anybody out and about at the Rose and Crown at this time.
Can we tell the kids they need to keep their heads down and check in either at Ripley's or at the Rose and Crown
Yeah.
tomorrow?
Go to ground. Look after each other. Check in the morning.
Yeah. A couple of the older ones, Tickle, Beanie is normally pretty good with this sort of stuff. Obviously, he's got his head screwed on right. Beanie and Tickle will try and look after the younger ones like Daisy and Miggs.
Thanks, guys.
And Beanie will give you a nod A grade and say, Yeah, leave it with us. We'll sort it.
I'm actually going to spend hard-earned cash here. Is 5 new yen good enough for like a decent meal? We're not talking a slap up over the top bullshit.
5 new yen will get you a triple cheeseburger
Per kid.
per kid.
Yeah, I'll give each kid 5 new yen.
Okay.
And say, kids, you don't want to be thinking and stressing about this, but you've had a fucking night. Get yourselves a good burger.
All right. So there's 10 kids survived. So that'll cost you 50 new yen.
50 crossed off. It's investing in future contacts. And Beanie, slip him another 5.
Yeah. In fact, to be honest, it might be wise just to slip Beanie the money and tell Beanie to sort it out. As I say, he's one of the responsible ones. He's always got his head screwed on. It's one of the reasons probably why you employed him. So he can be relied on to do this basic stuff. Get them all to what's called a stuffer shack.
Yay.
And get them something to eat and make sure they get where they need to go safely.
I'm going to officially upgrade the Beanie fist bump. He gets the next level up. You can see by the look in his eyes, he recognises this.
Well, it's a little promotion.
Yep.
I'll look
You're doing
at
good, kid. Carry on.
Bookworm. Do you want to crash with me tonight?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I've got nowhere else to go right now.
Well,
You've got your back door key there.
Yeah,
Magpie.
I don't want to go back to my squat because in case it's being watched.
We're right close to the Rose and Crown because that's where I dumped everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, but you'll have a key, won't you? Because you live there.
I don't have a key. I have a way in.
Have a way in.
Good Lord.
I'm going to snatch the hit flask off of A grade.
I'm surprised it's taken you this long.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I could do with a drink as well.
No, if we're in the
Can
Rose
we
and Crown, I might
have a quiet one off the back of the bar, do you think, Magpie?
yeah, just thinking
No.
that.
At
No,
this-
okay.
If you leave the money on the bar,
yeah.
There you go.
I think we need to talk.
How much is a bottle?
Bottle 50.
a bottle of what for a start?
Yeah.
Bottle of cheese.
Whiskey.
A bottle of synth whiskey will
Aye.
probably cost you something like 25 new yen.
Yeah, well, I'm going to grab one of them and stick it on the bar.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
ditto.
You can quite easily get them in, and you know that if you leave the money on the bar, Mr. Sunshine won't bother.
I know the quiet ways in as well.
Yeah.
And I will turn to them and say, if you fuckers let on about these ways in, you don't have to worry about me.
I'm just going to sit there and go, what the fuck just fucking happened?
Are we off the street when you say that?
Yeah, but we're in the bar.
You're in the bar. You're in the bar.
Right.
Sat down with the bottle, and I'm just going, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, it's time to lose it a little bit and a little bit of heebie-jeebies and what the fuck was that?
And why have I got a Northern Irish accent when I'm from fucking Limerick? Fuck's sake.
A grade is a bit of a social mimic, so he's going to be sitting there going, Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
I'll probably keep looking around because at the moment I'm blue and have a tail, and I'm like, I really
Yeah.
don't want Titch to see me in this state at this point in time. And I have a feeling if I go human at this point, I'm just going to crash.
But it's
Are we
the whole fact that
kind of agreed
something
this is never to
fucking
be spoken
happened.
of outside of us, yeah?
But what the fuck
That's a
was
given.
it? For fuck's sake, is nobody going to say
Before
anything
that,
about
that's a
it?
given. We are not talking about this to anybody else, yeah?
Yeah, no, fine.
This is our secret.
Who the
Don't tell
fuck's
your mum
going
and
to
dad.
fucking believe me, for fuck's sake? She
yeah.
just turned fucking blue and disappeared and came back with some fucking girl in her arms. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Were we teleporting and throwing...
Yeah, fucking things are
and
flying
steel
all
cages
over the
around.
fucking place. I was ripping cages apart. What the fuck is going on?
Well, I mean,
I've got to be honest.
we all felt the same thing, right?
I'm fucking panicking, man.
They're going up to the big white light and thinking you could go up there or come back.
I was waiting on my Uncle John.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, here I
Yeah.
go. I hope my dog's up there. Fucking hell.
Keep looking around the
Does
bar.
Kaz need to lie down?
Just a little
Hey,
bit.
you need to
I think
drink
I
some of that
fucking
whiskey.
do,
He's
man.
just been standing there talking and gesticulating
Yeah.
with the bottle.
If you lot
Yeah.
can keep your
Open
voices
that.
Hey, the bar might be empty, but there are people in this building.
Yeah.
The louder
good
you
point.
get, the more attention we get. Now, you can all come upstairs and sleep. Starling can be trusted. She might freak out in the morning, but she can be trusted.
It's
Or
the
you
question
can
whether
sit in
you
this
can trust
bar
us. We trust Starling. It's whether you
With
trust
what
us.
I-
If you're happy,
with what I can do, I don't need to worry about trusting you.
good.
Jesus.
The fuck was that?
I don't know.
The fuck was that? The fuck. A grade is going to have a moment. The moments are going round. Cass had the moment, passed it on to A grade. The fuck? Were you? The fuck?
You got all the papers out of the van.
I got a fuckload. The
Guys,
fuck?
guys.
The fuck?
What else had you in mind to do?
Oh, that's a good point, man.
I could have done so many things. I knew I could have done so many different things.
Like what? You care to share?
Well, I could have taken everyone away. I
How?
could have got a route out of there.
He fucking tells us now.
Well-
What the fuck, bookworm?
There was an explosion. I was scared of seeing the body. I was scared of seeing everything else. I just pulled everything else out of the way and went with it because I knew I could lift it.
Yeah,
Fair
But
enough for you, man.
that seems to be most efficient as well.
Fair enough for you, man.
I could have done some other things, and that's what I'm thinking is what else has happened to us?
I just saw shit I needed. Shit I needed to deal with shit in my life. And I grabbed it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the lifting shit with your mind. But also this. And I don't know whether this will drain me, but I am going to do a quick teleport like 5 foot away.
Okay, you can easily do a line of sight teleport, and you do feel worse after you've done it. You need sleep, and you're starting to feel hunger like you've never felt before.
Really?
You are hungry and you're tired. So you're going to have to very soon either sleep or eat.
Look, if
The
you want
choice is
somewhere
yours.
safe to crash, there's the attic. No one comes up there without knocking. Mr.
yeah.
Sunshine's orders.
Yeah. I'm just going to take the bottle,
Sounds
go
like a plan.
upstairs and go to bed.
I
I
have-
just can't think about this at the moment. My head's fucking busted.
I will sleepily lead them upstairs.
Has anyone else commented? Because I've not seen a mirror. Has anyone else commented on what I look like or anybody else looks like?
No.
Apart from Blue Girl.
Yeah, I just said that about what the fuck is going on.
Has anyone else commented specifically about what we all look like?
No.
We've got Blue Girl, that's obvious, but I'm gonna if anyone else looks weird, I'm gonna say, look, you've changed and you've changed like this.
Yeah, well, I've got Quantum 5, so I have changed. I haven't got.
Yeah, what have you
Yeah,
changed
he
to?
will glow with an inner power,
Fuck.
even if he hasn't changed any other way. He looks potent. Although, having said that,
He's
he
knackered.
looked a lot more potent when you were lifting the kids out. His glow is starting to fade at the moment.
Dude, you need to hide yourself because that is not fucking normal.
And
I think
what
I
does
have
bookworm?
solution.
What does bookworm look like?
A bit glowy, I believe.
Glowy.
Yeah, there's
Not exceptionally. Maybe like I said, like Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, kind of clearly powered, but
Pregnant.
not.
Like
Oh.
pregnant. You got a glow about you got a
When
glow
they-
about you.
when A grade was blasting a hole in the wall. There was static running through his hair. His eyes were glowing.
Fucking hell.
He looked like that. Now he's starting to fade. He's looking wilted.
Yeah. And I'm also the only one that's used my powers now after the big event, and I got more tired and hungry. And I'm going to be like, Magpie, I need to leave some food on the counter because I need to eat a lot now.
Or sleep.
I have hunger like it is physically. It's a fucking knife in my stomach. Go to the kitchen, get food, put money down that I think is appropriate.
Okay. Yep.
Not bothering to cook. It's like, grab bread, grab cheese, grab ham.
Yep. You can do that. And you make yourself a couple of sandwiches and you bolt those down. And then you feel like, no, I need a few more. And you make a few more sandwiches. And you make a few more sandwiches. And you eat approximately 3 times what you would normally do in a sitting.
Smooth.
So like 8, 9, 10 sandwiches.
And leave a 20 down on the table to pay for it.
Yeah. Fuck me, that better. Oh my god, that hurt. Oh, that was shit. Guys, it seems like there is a metabolic cost.
Can we not speak about this
Be
now?
prepared.
Just get our head down.
I've
Because
got
I
my
need to
head down.
fucking sleep.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I'm paranoid that someone's going to come and find us. So unless you fuckers want to leave, you're coming upstairs now.
I'm already up there.
To be honest, James, this will have been happening while you were making your first set of sandwiches.
Yeah.
What you will probably do is you will probably just grab the food and take it upstairs with you. And you will probably eat a handful of sandwiches and then fall asleep while you're eating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Point to a corner. You sleep over there.
And you do.
I need a
you-
horizontal surface, that's it.
Yep, and you find a flat piece of ground, and you just collapse.
One thing I want to try and do before I go to sleep is test out my dormancy.
Yeah.
So just like crash down, look at my hand, concentrate, and then probably fall asleep as soon as I change.
Yeah, you go back to your normal skin color, and
The tail
that's
disappears.
the last thing you remember. You are woken up after sleeping. You feel like you've had a good sleep. You don't wake up in the night. You don't struggle with anything. You just sleep, and then you're woken up by the smell of soy calf. Coffee. And as you come to, next to each one of you where you were sleeping, there is a fresh steaming mug of soy calf.
Have fun.
We love your sister.
What happened to the kids? They all went where? What did we do? Are they still in the
Beanie.
van?
Beanie took them.
All right. Okay.
Beanie took them. said,
A-grade
"Get them
gave
home."
the older ones money and they sent the kids off.
Right. Okay.
Ah, you're awake. Finally. Welcome back, you lot. This is Starling. This is Magpie's sister. She's carrying mugs of steaming soy calf and putting them down next to all of you. You can smell soy bacon.
We love you.
What day is it?
It's Thursday. You've been asleep for 3 days.
Fuck you now.
Smooth.
Mr. Sunshine?
That was a hell of a party, wasn't it, lads?
Well, don't know about you boys, but I'm
Mr.
starving.
Sunshine. I sorted Mr. Sunshine out. I said you weren't feeling very well. I've covered your shifts. Don't worry about anything.
Thank you.
We love you even more now.
Mhm.
Did all the kids stay safe?
Yeah, Beanie called you about 4 times. I've taken notes. I've told him everything's fine. You're just dealing with stuff, and you'll be in touch with him in a few days.
When I wake up, am I human or blue again?
You're human. If that's what you did, if you dormanted and then fell asleep, then you're dormant at the moment.
Cool.
How much does dormancy 1 dot reduce your weirdness factor?
Not a lot.
It's
That's why I said if you have quantum 5, you need dormancy 5.
So each point of dormancy knocks an equivalent of about a point of quantum off for your weirdness. So your equivalent, if you've got dormancy 1, you've got an equivalent quantum of 4, which is still.
Visibly. You can't use your
Visibly.
powers.
Yeah.
Well, you can if you don't have 4 or 5 and you've actually switched. It's a so
No, it actually says you cannot use your powers while dormant at all. 1 to 5, regardless.
So yes, all you can do is you can activate your dormancy and look a little more human. But unfortunately, with dormancy 1, it doesn't really knock off all the effects of a quantum 5. You tone yourself down a little bit, and you can't use your powers. So
Any skills and stats you've increased, your standard human stuff, it stays in your human state. So if you put your strength up, that
That's
stays
still up.
in your human
Yes.
state. But you don't get your megas, you don't get your powers.
you're all looking healthier than you used to be. You're all
Yep.
looking a little bit more toned. Your
Yep.
skin is cleared up. Your hair is not as greasy if it was greasy. You are looking generally fitter and healthier than you've ever looked before. You look quite good when you look in the mirror.
Time to
All
call
those
Leon.
little blemishes
Yeah.
and things have all disappeared. You do look better.
But at least I'm not blue or tailed or glowing.
No,
Knocked
was-
the edge off.
no, but you're still, now you've had your sleep, and if you don't switch your dormancy 1 on, you're still, sparks in your hair, slightly glowing eyes. You look otherworldly.
Yep. Oh. Did we
Wonderful.
just sleep for 3 days? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Starling starts passing out the soy bacon sandwiches.
I love you. Yeah. Sounds of
And again-
troughing.
Yeah, and again, you eat 3 times as much as you normally would.
Okay.
Yep, that's definitely a feature, not a bug.
I took the liberty of going through those papers that you had a look that you took, and most of it's sort of chemistry stuff, a lot of formulas and things that I don't understand.
Give me a.
Um,
Where
yeah.
are they?
She'll pass them to you. If you look on the group chat, I have posted a PDF.
Ooh.
Wonderful
Oh.
project.
On the thing or the thing?
On the group chat.
Medical messenger.
ShadowNova, Heralds of the Seventh, I posted up
Oh,
ShadowNova
this-
handout.
yes.
Just 1 sec. This dog needs out. 1 second.
So pages 1 and 2 are the cell layouts with the letters that A grade managed to write down. The next 2 pages is some notes, and then finally there was some cards that somebody else took. Have a look. I'll give you a minute or 4 to read those.
On the FB chat.
Yes, on the Facebook chat. Do you see that?
No.
No.
Last thing I can see is A grade join the call. A grade join the call. A grade join the call. A grade join the
Yeah.
call.
There it is.
There it is.
Somebody forgot to press send. I would
Somebody
never do that.
forgot to press enter.
I
That's all right. There you go. Perfect.
I didn't do that with my picture of A grade at all.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Have a
May
read.
may I make contact with my contacts?
You can, but you will want to read this first,
Oh, okay. I'm going to.
especially because of who you are and what floors you've taken. This is paper.
Oh,
So he's going to be grabbing it out of my hands, isn't he?
I'm not. Yeah.
Probably he will want to.
Be hovering over me.
There's only 1 copy of everything. So while one of you is looking at the
I,
medical card,
As I
one
go
other one
through
can
it,
look at
I
the
will
notes.
pass him the sheets.
it's
as I'm
okay.
finished with them.
I'd like to keep a hold of these in a file. Is that all right?
As long as they don't go anywhere stupid, yeah.
They'll be completely safe. Do not worry. They will be the safest you can possibly imagine.
Right, Dave. Sorry. On the
Alright.
group chat, I've forgotten to press send. I've now remembered to press send, and there's a PDF waiting
Yeah,
for you there.
got it. Yeah.
So I'll give you a minute to read it because you'll be reading this now before you probably do anything else. while you're eating your bacon sandwiches, you can pass these pieces of paper around.
Right, finally managed to isolate the compound down. 6 potential mutagenic agents of craft type. Genesis, Inception, Nova, Omega, and Xeno. Okay. So, Nova, Omega.
So the key factor is the N compound.
Oh, subject. Oh.
So the only thing that's going to bother you, Bookworm, is the fact that people are eating soy bacon sandwiches and touching the paper with their greasy fingers.
Oh,
Oh no, one hand, paper. I won't be. I have respect for books. Maybe not as much as him, but I do have respect for paper. So yeah, I'll be one hand and.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but when you finish, do you mind if I collect all the rubbish up and just deal with it? Is that all right?
Not at all.
Yeah, I don't.
Now there are other papers, but mostly they're chemical formulas, scientific notes, things you can't make head nor tail of. This is the stuff that you can actually read and make sense of.
Us, which is what's important. I can see that much.
It's also got Leaf. Was it Leaf who exploded?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see.
Poor little Leaf.
Just out of interest, I'm taking from the way we ran that he exploded in such a fashion that I did not get particular sight of certain things.
You'll have to be a bit more specific. Sorry, Rob.
Floor.
Let me have a look. I just have to double check what you're talking about. One moment, please, mate.
That's all right. I've only just realised.
Alright, you lot deal with that shit. Give me a minute.
Oh yes. No, I mean he just turned into a fireball.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, it made sense in the moment, and I didn't say anything then. And it was afterwards I was like, maybe I surely didn't see that. Okay.
No, he vaporized.
Ah, cool. Oh, that's all right. Well, that's not a problem then. That's fine. Everyone could do that. That's lovely.
Well, those lot are all distracted with the papers, and I've scanned red and gone, fuck, bollocks, crap. I'm going to secrete off into a corner away from everyone and test my dormancy.
I know where I want to go.
Right, okay.
So, we're going to get together later for some drinks, yeah?
Well, I'll be in here later on. I'm sure I've got work to do tonight.
I need to go and see Ripley and make sure that he's not pissed off with me for being away. Can I do some research with my contact Sponge and see if I can find out some more details about what all these various numbers mean?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So let's have a look. So let me just. You mean in the cards at the end? Yeah. So red blood count, white blood count, platelet count, hemoglobin levels, HB and HC white blood cell counts. They're basically bloods. They
Sure.
work your bloods.
Right.
I'd be able to tell him that.
I guess what I'm interested in is what is the considered normal range, and what is considered abnormal range. So if any of us have got abnormal numbers, I'd be able to point them out to people.
Yeah. You're mostly at the lower range of normal, suggesting mild malnutrition.
Right.
And
If you don't want people to know about this, I'd suggest not handing it off to people who might get curious. I can help you out with some of the shit, mate.
Yeah, no, but I've got a contact who's just gonna, because I like to research. That's my thing. I'm interested in something grabs my attention. I'm gonna go and research.
How much of this would I be able to understand?
none of it really. You'll be able to recognise that this is a blood work.
Yeah.
What all the numbers mean, you're not sure. You normally left that up to the doc to deal with, but you do recognise that this is a standard blood work. Bookworm, you will only find out more once you've spoken to your contacts, but this is on the lower end of normal for most of you, indicating mild malnutrition and poor upbringing, poor nutrition. It's about normal for people in the Redmond Barrens.
Gotcha.
One of my
numbers could be higher.
I don't have a huge amount of quantum, so I look all right. But do I still retain the powers, or I mean,
you're now back to your character sheet as you've created your Nova character sheet.
Yeah, because I don't really change much when I become Nova.
No.
The only time you lose your powers is if you go dormant.
But I don't have dormancy.
So
then
you don't.
you've got them permanently.
Yeah.
That's what I was wanting to know. Yeah.
You are a Nova. You will look healthy for somebody in the Redmond Barrens. You do look quite. Your muscles are a bit more toned.
Yeah.
You've probably lost a little bit of external body fat. You do look a little bit more ripped and sorted than you normally did.
Exactly.
If you had any scars, they've faded. If you've got any blemishes, skin blemishes, they've gone. You just generally look
better,
fitter.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
For Quantum 2. Quantum 3 and above, you start to get noticeably other. Quantum 3, a little bit noticeably other. Quantum 4, quite a bit noticeably other. Quantum 5, blue skin, tails, sparks flying through your hair, glowing eyes.
You don't look human.
You don't look human anymore.
I will point out your quantum maxes out your megas. So you can't have more mega attribute than you've got quantum. If you've got a quantum of 2 or 3, the highest you can get your megas to is mega 2 or 3.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. All good.
With what I now know I can do, I'm going to be making a beeline to Bones.
Yeah. Well, and it's a familiar place to you, so you can go there straight away if you get my drift. But it's up to you how much you still want to talk this through. Obviously, you've been given some information. You have all of a sudden gained powers, and you've been here for 3 days. Right. So,
well, I'm going to have to speak to me boss. Obviously,
I'm going to have a shower.
Yeah, I'm going to have to speak. I'm going to have a word with Mr. Sunshine and explain to him that we got the kids, we found them, and something fucking weird happened. Yeah, we got drugged. Everything went to shit, and
Mr. Sunshine.
There's lots of magic.
Darling will speak up because she's still in the room. Mr. Sunshine is aware of what you did. Right. Beanie spoke to me, and I cleared it with him, and I cleared it with Mr. Sunshine. He knows you've not been well. That's all I've told him. That you've not been well because you ended up quite close to the toxic zone. and so you've been quite poorly. Mr. Sunshine has just told me to look after you, and when you're ready to come back to work, they'll be happy to take you back to work. The kids are all safe. Beanie saw to that. Ripley has been warned, but Worm, he knows that. Again, I'm looking after you, and you'll be back in circulation soon. I didn't know when you were going to wake up, so I couldn't be specific about anything. But now you are awake. I've tried to do my best to cover for you as much as I know.
I'm going to stop you right there, girl, because you didn't try and do your best. You fucking did it. You stepped up. You looked after. You sorted. Fucking know you one, girl.
Thank you. And she gives you a smile that is just radiant with her appearance 7. It's just radiant.
But mate's sister, she's firmly in the no-go zone.
Yeah, that's
my
true.
attention is on Neon.
That's fair enough. But, just so you're aware, I mean, she
melts your heart.
She is a...
It's not going to stop me having a moment of... yeah, anyway.
Anyway.
Spotting Magpie just behind Starling looking at you like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know that what my rules are. This, off limits. But she's gorgeous, but she's off limits.
Yeah.
She's your little sister. She's everybody's little sister.
Starling, what happened while we were out?
Luckily it's been quiet. I mean, it's the first week after New Year. Not a lot of people are out.
No, I mean with us. Anything weird happen?
Not really. I mean, you flashed blue a couple of times, but you've been okay since. While you were asleep, and A grade had some impressive little sparks going on with his dreads and stuff. But it only lasted for a minute or so, and then you rolled and you turned over and you went back to sleep, and nobody seems to be suffering any ill effects. And as I say, nobody came up. I didn't let anybody in. I told everyone that you were quarantined and that and I was to look after you, and I covered your Wednesday night shift.
Give her a big hug.
Tell you,
some pirate rang. And he just said he's sorry, but he was away for New Year, but he's back now, and he'd be happy if you want to get in touch with him.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's all really. As I say, I've been deflecting mostly for you.
You done a
Shuffle
bang up
through
job.
my pockets, find cash, give her 50.
Ooh, I can buy that. I can buy that new dress now.
Yeah.
Dear.
Right, are we going downstairs to see Mr. Sunshine?
Oh, we're still playing. Right, okay. Sorry.
Might want to do that separately.
Well, I was going to say at this time, at a couple of minutes to 10, I will probably give you time for you to gather your thoughts, and then before you leave this room, you can pick it up here and decide what you're going to do next.
Yeah.
So that's probably a good place
Start.
while you come to terms with what you are and what you've become, and have a think about it while you're eating your bacon sandwiches.
Okay.
Rob, I know you wanted to talk about next session because you're not available in 2 weeks' time.
I am not. Yes, the 21st is... So, because we switched weeks, the 21st pre-booked for a rehearsal with my band. Would anyone be happy with the Monday or the Wednesday, either side of that date, the 20th or the 22nd?
Yep, all good.
Either good.
That's cool. Last bit of character discussion, because A grade said, "Oh, let's go and see Mr. Sunshine." I'll point out it might be better if we see him separately and we recover separately. So if we all go and meet him at the same time and we've all recovered at the same time, that's not normal.
So that makes complete sense to me.
Okay, so Monday,
Monday suits
2 weeks yesterday, the
Yeah.
20th.
Yeah, suits
Is
me.
that all right?
All good.
Yeah.
Okay. Wednesdays isn't bad for me, but I would prefer it not to be the Wednesday.
Yeah,
So Monday, please.
Yeah.
Wednesday 22nd is Nikki's birthday. I probably should look after her.
You should.
Yeah, probably.
Monday the
Yeah.
So
20th.
Monday.
2 weeks yesterday, then.
Monday
Right,
night.
sorry.
If that works, well, that's magical.
Awesome.
I just want to keep doing in-character stuff. I keep wanting to tell Lucy what I want to do because it's like I've got this urgent thing my character wants to do. No,
I know.
going down time.
We'll deal with that after you've collected your thoughts and everything. I mean, if you want to chat amongst yourselves, that's fine, but nobody's leaving this room until we play again.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Before everyone's finished what they're doing, can I just collect up all the paper and keep it all safe? I'll file it away. I'll make sure it's all properly documented and everything, and just kept in a safe place and looked after. Is that all right?
Yeah,
It's got
you.
a safe box.
That's grand.
That's just yeah. Just
You're the one with the thing for the research and the paper, man. You go for it.
That's down top of things, you know.
You do notice he gives this paper
You're a living touch.
a reasonable amount of respect and reverence. Let's just put it that way.
Does he smell it?
He puts each sheet in a little plastic folder.
He's going to laminate it all to catch
Get it
the
all
tears of
laminated.
joy.
Yes.
Can't touch it. Jesus.
Yeah, dear. Oh, good.
God damn, that was fun.
Yes.
That-
That's
nice
very
session.
much different. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I wonder if we can rely on the local criminal underworld who have ripped off and stolen that van.
It was in Mr. Sunshine's zone, so
Oh,
probably.
maybe not.
Yeah, no, it'd probably be safely locked up, surely.
It's now red.
So imagine the A-Team's van, but instead of having a red stripe, it's got a green stripe.
Yeah, not anymore. It's
Not
now,
anymore.
it's now
I have a feeling if Mr. Sunshine was told, you know, that we rescued him and we got toxed up and that's the baddie's van, it's already been taken apart for parts.
yeah, or it's bright red
As
with a spoiler on the back.
Compensation that you will claim.
It's been turned into a fucking technical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all good.
It's fucking awesome.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that introduction to Aberrant and ShadowNova.
With exploding children, what isn't there like? I mean, God.
We did say age limit 18. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
And I did say I would sort of force you down certain stories. Now, as I warned you before, the gloves are off. As soon as you leave this room, the gloves are off. But you're a lot more capable than you were when you entered the room. Let's put it that way. Last time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, that was your tutorial session.
Awesome. Awesome.
Well, I've got an appointment at a certain street dock. Then I might go and look up a certain acquaintance of mine over in the Orc gangs. Whilst the fucker can't see me and I can hurt him from a distance.
You can't get rid of flaws that easy, mate. Trust me.
No.
If you've
Fucking
taken
hurt
a
him.
flaw that I think you've taken,
Yeah,
Lawson will just create more if you take him out straight away.
that's mechanics. This is
Yeah.
roleplay. I hate this fucker. If his twin brother steps up and says, "I have come here to avenge my brother," so be it. That fucker's going, Dan.
So just this might sound like a really stupid question now, but our merits and flaws, how are they affected by being Nova?
We keep them.
You keep them.
Just exactly as they are.
Why do you think I took internal compass for a teleporter?
God, damn it.
Useful in case I do get into some kind of altercation. That's just
Unfortunately, they're ingrained deep within your person. Getting rid of flaws is very, very difficult. They're not free points for you to spend to then get rid of the next session.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, role
I hear
playing
you.
fine. Absolutely, James. I wasn't aimed at you.
Fucking tripwire.
Absolutely, yeah.
But expect
Tripwire might be
backlash.
having it, but he's got a gang to support him, as you said,
Oh, yeah.
somebody else might step up.
Oh, it's just going to be fun.
That's fine. That's fine. But, you know.
And they might hurt you in other ways.
Oh, yeah.
There's
But a
very
certain
good chance
somebody,
Yeah.
a certain somebody is going to be off life support within the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, miraculous recovery.
Yeah. But it doesn't
Oh,
stop her
in
from
character.
How's it?
No,
Are you taking healing?
she's still important to me. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. In character, are we discussing what we can do?
Next week, yeah, or fortnight, I should say. I think we will.
Next
It
session.
becomes part of our next session. We would talk about what we feel like we're capable of. Yeah.
Show and tell. Show and tell next session, I think, will be the first thing.
Right? Zip.
Quick flaws. The first one. How much do I need to be? Just out of interest, I couldn't quite measure. I've obviously two. Yeah. I mean,
So it's interesting to note, and I'm not going to name any names, but 2 members of the party are alcoholics. And that kind of gave it away.
They gave it away.
Yeah.
You've got to have at least.
But what about in game? What about?
Oh yeah, but in game. Oh no! Look at that.
Yeah,
I need to get another beer.
What are you talking about?
I'll get it.
being I'm
It's all
15 years old, and you've already got the habit.
yeah, well,
So yeah, what happens is if you don't drink for 48 hours, you start to get negatives. So you need to be drinking at least every couple of days, if not every day.
Okay,
that's fine.
that makes sense. That's completely sure. I was just trying to sort of get in my head. I'm going to make a point of it every day that I need to get somewhere for a bar or some. It's just going to happen. Yeah.
Aren't you?
Yeah, well-
You're 15, aren't you?
Yes,
You're only 15.
he's already.
Yeah.
He's already on the wagon.
Oh yeah, that bottle you took off the bar, you've probably drunk it all by now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to know where Cass and Bookworm are, to all the local bars.
Oh, God.
Why do I get the feeling I'm going to be mum of the group?
Disguise 3 might become disguise -3 after a bottle of scotch.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got a really interesting power.
Oh Lord.
Hey, dear.
Yeah. You'll be talking, and then Magpie will just. Where's Magpie gone? She hasn't teleported.
Oh, what?
No,
Really?
not invisible.
You're not?
Lovely.
No, I'm somebody else's problem.
Ah, yes.
SCP.
Amazing.
Runs for
Yeah.
100 years on a single torch battery.
That's the one.
Ah.
Yeah, if you don't keep well, when she turns the power on, if you don't keep reminding yourself that she's there, you just tend to forget about her.
So that's like the Doctor Who, the Doctor Who alien, isn't it? The
A little
the
bit,
silent.
yeah. Mr.
Think more along Hitchhikers or in Jedi when he goes, "These are not the droids you're looking for."
Yeah, but do you remember the silence in Doctor Who?
Yeah.
You look away and you forget they were there. That's
Yeah.
that's kind of the thing. But you're
Kind
saying it's
of.
slightly long.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Mr.
I get it.
Nobody. Yeah.
There's some really nice enhancements in Mega Appearance, and that's one of them.
Well, the Cylons were the mannequins, weren't they? That used to,
Cylons were Star Galactica.
eh?
The Cylons are Star Galactica.
Oh, I thought you said that.
Yeah, Doctor Who, the
The
mannequins.
silence. The silence.
Silence.
Oh,
Silence.
silence. Yeah.
The tall,
Yeah,
lanky things without mouths.
Yeah. That worked for the government and all sorts. Yeah.
With the,
Yeah.
And nobody's asked.
What?
You all get 4 XP.
Yay!
Combat teleport, please.
Wasn't there?
So we put that.
Everyone-
Do we put that in the XP available? Do we?
Yeah.
I will. Well, funnily enough, I will. I can do that. Yeah, you can do for now. But what I'll just decide what you want to do with it. You can save it if you want. Don't forget, I will be using what I term the apocalypse effect. So if you save your XP and then suddenly need to spend it, you can do as long as it's an overpower or a mega ability.
Okay.
But if you want to learn better skills or new skills, then you have to tell me that you're spending time learning those skills.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a skill monkey now.
When we do spend XP, where do we put it on our character sheets?
I will have to go through that with you when you're ready. Just decide what you want, and then what happens is it goes in the spend XP tab.
I see
It changes your starting Nova into your character sheet. It updates your character sheet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Thank you. This is
what happens is so what you should ideally do is, let me just pull up character sheet. So I'll take bookworms for example, and I'll move it over here.
Which one? Oh,
Why haven't I
share
known
the
the name?
screen.
why couldn't it be 6 XP? I want 6 XP.
Well, you know. And I'll do
My
that,
first 2 seconds.
and screen 2, and allow, and then go over here and pull this up. So in spend XP, when is today's date, and award will be 4. You put that in there, and then here, this is where you can buy. You decide whether it's an attribute, an ability, a background. You can actually buy other backgrounds, or say you decide you wanted a quantum power 1, and then this has all the first level quantum powers, and all of that sort of stuff. And that would cost 1 point if it was from 0 to 1 if it was a new one.
Got ya.
Thank you, man.
Awesome.
So say for example you wanted to buy luck at 1, it would cost you 3 XP out of your 4. And so you'd have XP available 1, XP total 4. And if you go to the character sheet, it then updates it here. So XP available 1,
there may
because you
be-
spent 3 points.
Because I tested it, because I was thinking about what to buy early on and everything. But I think you may need to fix the extras.
Yeah,
to
there's some
powers.
things that don't quite work, and that's why I'll have to do it, because some things we'll just have to manually bugger about with, because it's a bit too complicated for a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
A bit too complicated. I've looked at some of those fucking formulas. It's a fucking PhD thesis.
Well, thank you. I've lived in spreadsheets for years.
It shows. It's fucking a work of art.
You should see some of the ones you did for DWP. Still using them.
So yes. So that's where you'd put it. So for now, if you wanted to put today's date in, put 4 in the awards, and then that shows you've got XP available 4, XP total 4.
Fantastic.
And if it fits easily into here, then you can buy it. But talk to me about it, because there was an error in all of your spreadsheets, and I've updated it, but I haven't sent you that one back yet.
And also, if you want an extra for your power, which levels up your power, so you can turn a level 1 power into a level 2 power by buying certain extras, that will cost, but Lawson has to manually put it in.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And you can only go up to level 3
So,
powers.
for instance, if you turn teleport, which is a level 2 power, into combat teleport, which is a level 3 power, what you pay is the difference in price between a level 2 power and a level 3 power.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I just haven't finished everything yet, so I don't think that actually works in here. But we can overwrite it. So yeah, in your spend XP, you can put today's date and put a 4 in there. And then if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, fine. Just let me know what you want. And I will update this sheet, and then I'll send them back out to you, because it's got a couple of corrections in.
Awesome.
Cool.
So for instance, Dave's sheet, he correctly spent the right number of points on some skills, but because my formula wasn't 100% accurate, it was still showing as red,
one,
even though
yeah.
it was correct. I've changed that now on the sheet I've got. So once you've spent your XP, Dave, I'll send it back to you, and you can just overwrite the one you've got.
No problem. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
It's only
I'm telling you, I'm not going to spend. I'm going to keep hold of
Save
that
it.
for a
And again,
Apocalypse method.
save it, because you never know if you might need any energy absorption or something like that to
Yeah.
save your life.
I'm saving
Although
it at the moment.
probably can't afford it on 4 XP at the moment.
Not yet, but you know,
Not yet.
saving it and buying more
That's
quantum is useful.
wonderful.
Again, you know, if you want quantum power and you don't have quantum high enough, the first thing you'll have to buy is the quantum. So
Yeah, a little out of character tip: if you're going apocalypse method, don't get cocky till you've got 10 XP in the bank.
Then you can be cocky because you
Then
got
you
That's
can
the
be a
right
bit
amount
cocky.
of buffer. Right.
Oh, good.
On average, you'll get between 3 and 5 XP a session. Normally, you'll only get 5 XP at the end of a story. Well, you get 3 or 4.
Okay.
Awesome.
Right, there you go.
That's
Excrement.
incredible, dude. That's such a good session. It really is.
You know, it's good when you're thinking of yourself. If I had this, no, it's my character. No. If I had this,
This is what I would do.
but I love it as well. The character creation system. It's. I'm preferring it even to GURPS, and GURPS the amount of flexibility in the point buy, but it's too complex. This, if I take that, it's a big fuck off character hook, but it's my motivation, and it guided the powers that I decided to have because it's like
Yeah.
I need to
It
deal with
is-
that situation.
I
I'm going
must
to use
admit
these
that-
powers.
The D10 systems, once you get used to them, they are so easy. It's just going through everything you can buy and going, ooh. But then it's not a class level up. It's a point buy system. So you've got that freedom moving forward. And, you know, you could have the character plotted out in your head, but 2 or 3 sessions down the line, you go, actually, I need this.
I need to
And-
apocalypse mode this, or I'll die.
And again, I didn't let you talk about your powers amongst yourselves because even if all 4 of you had created super strong flying teleporters, then that's fine. After session 1, you'd all spend XP in your own different ways, and so you'd all change and develop how you saw
Yeah.
yourselves. So even if you all started out with the same powers, it doesn't match after a few sessions.
It is weird though, because I've noticed. I think there's only 2 of us with Quantum 5, and I went. I did a big point spend in attributes and abilities because I took Dormancy 5. So when I'm dormant, I'm still quite potent.
Yeah. So basically, we're like the misfits at the moment, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, very much.
Cool.
I do like
man.
as well where there's a lot of overlap. It's obvious a couple of people have got teleport. It's obvious a couple of people have got telekinesis. We haven't discussed it yet further in character, but it's interesting how I'm not saying power gamers, but the experienced people go, "Ooh,
What's
That's
more useful
fucking
than
useful,
other
I'm having
things? They're all potentially useful. I mean, you know, some of the energy stuff is incredible. I created a character that was an electroman, and when because the world is so modern, he had the ability to turn into electricity and just jump into any 3-pin plug on the wall, any overhead wire, and just disappear.
Yeah.
Just by
Wow.
turning himself into
Yeah.
pure electricity.
Yeah.
He could fire electrical bolts. He could do everything based on electricity.
Wasn't that Lawnmower Man? Wasn't it Lawnmower Man? The film? Didn't you? do that?
Yeah, it was very similar to Lawnmower Man.
It was.
But yes, he was a bit like Black Lightning when I created him before I knew Black Lightning even existed.
Ah,
And then,
yeah,
and then we watched Black Lightning, and I was like, oh, shit, that's the same character almost.
One thing that made me laugh in this session is when it was like, "Oh, get to the van. Who can drive?" And I was like, "I actually spent my Nova points in drive. And no other fucker can drive." I was really surprised. I was like, "What? Oh, cool."
Yeah. Well, you know,
it's me.
nobody can afford to, can we? Can't afford cars or anything like
That's
that.
true.
so-
exactly."
But now you're Novas. I mean, there's no alignment system. There's no humanity system. There's nothing to stop you from being quite anti-hero-ish. and you could use those
Yeah.
powers to make yourself a lot of money if you put your mind to it.
He is.
But everything has consequences.
Oh yeah. One of the things
There
I
might
think we
be some
definitely need to do.
criminals that are found splattered on roadsides in the future.
Yeah,
Don't forget,
I think we
it's
need to
modern.
check up on these.
There are police drones. There is advanced forensics, all of that sort of stuff. So if you think in today's modern society, leaving traces is difficult, not leaving a trace is difficult. Imagine what it would be like in 2070.
Yeah. We definitely want to
Yeah.
investigate those fuckers that are experimenting on us, though. You know, we might not be the only ones. There might be people that know who was abducted.
Well,
for
they've,
sure.
they've obviously got a plan. They wouldn't have been
Yeah.
doing it otherwise. The glitter band.
You guys might. I'm not saying.
Yeah, it's clearly obvious what they had was bankrolled. This was an expensive setup in that back room. There was a lot of computers. There was a lot of chemical and scientific equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
This
place.
wasn't a cheap 3-man operation.
Something to
That's
look
all I'm
into
gonna
maybe later. Okay. Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Right then, I'm going to log off.
Yeah.
I need half an hour to come down from all of this sort of stuff. I'm going to
Yeah,
You
finish
guys
my beer,
can froth and think and
do whatever you want, enjoy, and I will see you in
I'm gonna
13
chill.
days. On
13
Monday.
days. Thank you, Lawson.
And
Loved it.
FYI, when I was quiet at the beginning of the session, it's because I kind of had a clue what was going to happen. And when it started rolling, I was just passed him a note. I was like, I'm guessing I got tranked on the rooftop. And I won't get back. And that's when you went, yeah. I was like, fine, yeah.
Yeah,
I was just jumping along the rooftops and then suddenly,
I could tell we were being railroaded, but I was trying to work out. I was trying to work out
How?
whether we had some sort of leeway to push around it. But then when it was like and fail roll, I was like, that's
Yeah.
me done then.
Do you know? Yeah, I was really worried about that combat because I thought if you roll well and they don't, this could go horribly wrong. straight away. And luckily,
Horribly embarrassing.
You rolled bags of crap, and I rolled amazing dice, and I was just like,
It's like, yes, pin him down.
Mr. Deus Ex Machina jumps out of the car and falls flat on his face. Shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
damn right. Yeah, that was it. Lawson, well done.
It would
man.
have been
That
a
was
chase
a lovely
scene.
section.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
Talk to
Yeah.
you all
See you
later.
later, guys. Have a good one.
Be
Take
very
care.
safe.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you all.
later.
Bye.
Bye bye. Wow. Oh. And that was it. All over. Just me. Right. It's 10:15. I'm going to head to bed soon. So I shall say good night. Oh dear. Wow. Can I make that bigger? No, I can't. Hi, babe. Hello. I'll be going to bed shortly. I thought I'd keep this on. It's quicker if I tell you rather than type it out because it seems to take about 5 seconds to show up on the screen. Alright, babe. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll talk to you in the morning, no doubt. But, yes, I shall see you tomorrow evening. Yeah, I am fine, love. Why wouldn't I be? I need a poo. I need to go toilet. So, right. Okay. Better stop screaming now. Ready? Yeah, I'm good to go. All right, I shall talk to you in the morning. Bye.